let's give it a go. Don't know why that is. Hopefully, I'll be live in just a second. And then all is good. Let's click on that. Let's double check I actually... Yes, selected the right character. Click on that. Click on that. Boom. Should be live. Only like a minute or two later than I said on the event. But I'm sure that should be acceptable. What kind of picture is that? I hope that's not one I took. Okay. Hello everyone. If you're watching live or watching the VOD, this is the Melee Madness Challenge Run. I'm doing a leveling stream, because there's not going to be a video up tomorrow, so on Monday, because I'll be doing E3 coverage, which is going to kill me, and not give me time to have like 2 videos up on the same day, because then it's a whole nightmare, and blah blah blah. I just spit water over my hand. So instead we're doing a leveling stream. I've got like a few hours pretty much spare at the time this is starting, so could be a long one. But yeah, let's get stuff done. And have a nice old drink. And one sec. Hello Alonso, you are the first person in chat. Welcome to the stream. You get a lovely, nice long loading screen. Isn't that fun? Apologies if the lighting is a bit weird as well. It's daytime, so I've got strong, but I'm having to do those things as well. Why do you put me somewhere where I don't have my camp? This is like one of the few times people might buy stuff from my camp, because I'll be on for like more than an hour. And it didn't put me in a place where I could place my camp. Bad game. Bad. That, I'm pretty sure, is one of my photos. Not one of my best ones, because I was in the middle of a nuke zone. And wow, that's some really strong orange lighting on my face. That's unusual. That's a bit weird looking. I also look slightly dead today. I do apologise for that. It's just been a weird schedule. Okay, just going to check a couple of thingies. Make sure I posted that I'm streaming in places. I am streaming at a really weird time, I realise. It's like 1:30 in the UK, which means there's probably going to be a bit of a different audio. What? Find a world where I can actually put my camp, please, game. And hello, Hit or Miss, who says hi from Perth. Hi from the UK. A less interesting place to say hi from, I guess. Okay. Third attempt at finding a world where I can actually put my camp. And that is me using the camera. Like the in-game camera to try and complete some challenges. As you can see, like everyone's got a camera out at the moment trying to complete challenges. It's not a huge fan of the camera now that I've been out with it for a while. And K to the A to the J, hello, welcome to the stream. We're currently looking at loading screens, waiting for the game to actually put me into... I hope it's not just putting me in the same server each time. I might have to block from session someone if it's doing that. Because I could really do with it. Come on, come on. Resume. That was odd. I've never had that happen before. Oh. Is that actually giving me... Yes, my camp is actually there. We are all good. Sweet. So, hold up. Okay, I've managed to start... We're definitely on... Just corruption address. Yeah, we're definitely on the melee character. Wow, my dress has gone a bit funny. Apparently dresses aren't very good to wear. Let's maybe get rid of that dress. And oh, there's a little broken up link over there. Wow, this is proving to be interesting. There we go. Let's go a bit more melee orientated. Yeah, we're definitely playing as the melee character. We just happen to what did we call it? Happen to be starting at the same place we ended our scavenger run live stream, which is interesting to say the least. And hello, Patrick Otterson and Aiden, with a bit of a weird starting message. Hitomis says, great time for a stream for Aussie viewers. Yeah, that's the thing. Although it's generally beneficial for me to... would be generally beneficial for me to stream quite late my time, at least having a bit of a different time streaming means that for different people it'll be a bit better. For people who normally can't tune into the stream, it will be a little bit better, because they actually get to watch now, which is good, because no point not being able to watch. That's no fun. So yeah, I'm expecting lots of names I don't recognise, which, to be fair, I am getting a little bit of already. Okay, we're going to pick up ammo, because if you've not been following along with the run, this is the character who only uses melee weapons. So I've got, okay, up to 4. So I got Stabby Dagger, Choppy Sword, other Slashy Sword, and Big Smack Smack. Black Fang says beep boop some beep boop. Beep boop. Beep boop. Okay. And Jeremy Slater, welcome to the stream as well. Hello everyone. Good, good. We've started getting people wandering into the stream. That is all good. Now, I need to remember that I'm allowed to do, like, scrapping and stuff with this character, so that is all good. I'm going to do a tiny bit of inventory management, I think, just because I want to make sure I'm not hopping back here too often. So let's pop that dress away, pop that uniform away. You know what, I'm going to pop the power armor away and the collar. Don't need road levers either, I just burped there, I apologise. Black Fang says it's from Team Fortress 2. Okay. Jeremy Slater says, I'm level 71 now and loving the game. That is very good to hear. It's much better to hear than, oh, everything's terrible. Right, it's always nice to hear when people are actually enjoying the game, because it can be quite a lot of fun. Hence I'm streaming it. Like, if I wasn't enjoying the game, I would not bother streaming it. There we go. Okay, let's store all that ammo away, because I cannot use it. Oh, hello, Mr. Skeleton. Let's store all that away. We'll go back to camp at some point. But for now... Ooh, blood pack. For now, I reckon we go west, because I haven't been to a lot of places west of here with this character. So explore some new places, stab some new people, earn some XP. Nice and easy. Hello, Clandox. Welcome to the stream. Let's also have a bit of water just quickly, because that'll heal me and hydrate me. It's from Team Fortress 2. If you dress the soldier as a robot, his voice changes into a robot. Ah, okay. I played a bit of Team Fortress 2, but not tons of it. And Axel says, good morning. Good morning, Axel. Although, yeah, it's afternoon for me now. Well, to be fair, my sleep schedule is all over the place, so it could be literally any time for all I know. Okay, let's... There it is. Okay, I was about to say, I swear I saw a red roach over here. Yeah, there is one. Let's... Ooh, you were a little boss. Ooh, ow, ow, ow. Oh, great, I've got bloodworms. Okay, I was trying not to get diseased there, but now let's just stab everything. Okay, we're hidden. Grab some wood from there. Don't need a ribcage, and I do need to repair that. And Jeremy Slater, any chance I can add you on Fallout Man? Maybe we can do some of that. I can't speak, I apologise. Yes, feel free to add me in the game. Oh, we've got a level up. I did not realise that. Yeah, add me in the game. I add most people who add me, to be fair. So, feel free to. Okay, I don't have, whatchamacallit, weapon artisan, so I'm just going to repair my little, cultist dagger as is. I have to do that now. There we go. Make sure my dagger is dealing plenty of damage and isn't going to snap on me. Yeah, if you just send me a friend request whenever you're online, I'll probably accept it. It's very rare I don't accept a request. Okay, there you are, Mr. Bloodfly. And you're stabbed. The little cultist dagger is really quite good. Like, it's got surprisingly high damage. My second character that I play as, like, kind of a main, but I haven't been using much. I've got, like, an instigating cultist dagger, and that thing does real nasty damage. Okie doke. And a tea time event isn't happening here, so there's not really much of a reason to stick around. I could talk to Sweetwater, but I don't think I'm going to bother. Black Fang plays a lot of Team Fortress 2. On it, I'm a free-to-play, so I don't have any hats, etc. Oh, okay, so you've not bought any, like, cosmetics and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's not needed. The game is reason to play. You can always throw some money if you're really enjoying it and feel like being generous, but I've never been too worried about that, especially not in a multiplayer just shooter. It's like, I don't worry too much about how I look in those sorts of games. Bill Bid says, what system we are on? I am on PC. This is on a computer at the moment. And it is, like, doing computery stuff. Yeah, I play on computer. I was trying to add something clever there, and I could not. Okay, aha! This is actually a good place for me to get to. Okay, iguana on a stick. Yeah, Camp Adams. Could have the event starting here at any point. This is good to have discovered on the map. Because Scout Leader could give me some nice little events. Okay, we're not going to worry about the knife. Let's take that stuff, I'm slightly annoyed we're not running into more enemies I can be killing. But that is not the end of the world. Getting a bit of loot just early on. Not too terrible. Jeremy says, hope you're on PC. I am. What's your name so I can add you? Bad Company Sarge. I keep it nice and simple. Yep, just easy, easy, easy. Same as the channel name, same as my name, same as every name. Okay, and I don't really care about the ice machine plan. I'm not worried about selling that. Let's just grab some more stuff. I do need to really focus on looting any pieces of steel I come across, because they are really, really quite valuable for this character who burns through throwing knives like you would not believe. Patrick says, any plans to start playing on Xbox? No! No! That would involve buying the game again, which is an expense I can't do. Plus, I can't use Xbox for, like, recording or stuff very well, because I do actually have, there we go, a friend added, I do actually have an Elgato, which I have recorded a few things on. On this channel there's not much. I think it's like my Oblivion video I recorded through that, but it does not work on the new editing software. The Elgato footage doesn't work on there, so I've basically just unplugged and boxed the Elgato back in, because it's just not any help to me now. And my Xbox as well today was being a right pain, kept like signing me out, and oh, it's a nightmare. So yeah, definitely not going to be playing on Xbox, I'm afraid. Sticking to PC, because that's where I sunk the money in. Righty, we've got Nuka-Cola plant. Nuka-Cola plant's probably a good shout for where to go. Yep, identified 8 new locations, which is pretty decent. And gives us plenty to work with. Focus on this stream is going to be leveling. We're not really concerned about completing quests or stories too much. We will do events if we, like, stumble across them, but even that I'm, like, not going to be... Oh, I forget there's nothing up here. Even that I'm not going to be, like, specifically searching for any particular events. It's more just going to be, oh, there's an event, let's do it, because I'll get experience. Alright, we've got a lot of places. Maybe I won't go to the bottling plant, because we went there on the previous stream with my different character. I don't just want to do a reverse of what that character did. Instead, I want to try and just go to places. Yeah, we could go to the cemetery, then we could take over the workshop. I'm not sure if we'd get anything good out of it. Might get some steel, though. And like I said, steel is super important for this character, because... Okay, my keyboard stopped working for a second there. Yeah, we use a lot of throwing knives. Like, these 63 throwing knives I've got, they are not going to last. Like, they're really not going to last that long. So... it is very important that we make sure to pick up all of the metal we can get. Blackfang says, imagine seeing someone dashing around with a large knife. I mean, it's to be fair, I look like this as well. How do I... yeah. This is how the character looks. Like, that isn't a nice, friendly character to run across. It's very much a psychotic look I've got going on here. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if people do run into us and are just like, ah, what are you doing, you hideous, hideous creature? Put that knife away. Ah. Here we go. We've got Scorched. I'm also going to turn the light on. Do tell me how the lighting is, because it's always tricky to know, because I know the game is brighter for me, but I don't know how much darker it is necessarily for you, so there's a bit of a leeway there. Dan says beautiful. If you're talking about the character, most definitely. Okay, let's just start stabbing everything I see. Yeah, these nice low-level enemies as well go down in just a hit, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want there. Okay, I didn't actually want the hunting rifle, I just wanted the ammo. Because ammo, although we can't use it, we can sell it and play a vending. And I'm really hoping people will start buying it soon at like large quantities. Because then we've got just like a really easy way to make money. So we can just pick up plenty of ammo, never worry about using it ourselves, and just sell every single bit of it. Other than fusion cores, which obviously are used for power armor. Jeremy says, I'm at endgame now and I'm struggling with choosing what perks. That's fair enough. You keep on getting perks, just like continuously. Every 5 levels you're going to get more perk packs, and you're also going to end up with... Do I have Scrapper? You're also going to end up... No, I don't. You've also constantly got perks you can choose yourself, so don't worry too much about it. Let's just scrap all of this stuff down for the materials. Yeah, because none of it's actually going to be any good. There we go. Also learning a whole bunch of mods which are useless to me. Yeah, because I know on my main character I've got, I believe it was 29 perks left I can choose. Which is obviously a fair few, a bit excessive some would say. But because I want to make various builds and stuff, I never want to like waste a perk. Which kind of leads me down the, oh, just never, ever... Actually, let's pick up all these weapons and break them down, because they'll give me steel, won't they? Yeah, it leads me to never, ever wanting to waste a perk choice, but you're never really wasting them. Max says, so best tip for fast leveling, go with straight events and challenges. Yeah, events, just farm events as much as you can. I mean, technically you should probably, if you want to maximise things, server hop between events, but that's obviously not particularly fun for a stream, and not as fun for just playing. So I just generally go for a bit of exploring and destroying stuff. That's going to be what I'm focusing on here. I could also take this armour and get rid of it, but no, that seems bad. Let's also take the blood paint and the connecting rod. And, oh yeah, connecting rod, wrench, perfect. Lots of stuff for me to scrap down. Yeah, events and workshops is something I should probably focus on more often. I never like spending the caps though. It's just something I'm not very good with. But those will also get you lots of XP from both taking and defending. Oh, I have a really itchy nose, and I don't know why. Yeah. So I do apologise, but I'll constantly keep going like that throughout the stream. It is... Oh, that's nice. So it's definitely not so much intentional as just annoying. Okay. We can now run up the road. We'll have a cemetery, and then after that we've got a workshop, which I will probably claim, because we might as well. Jeremy says, I'm trying to farm that Exo 1 power jetpack. Oh, good luck. The jetpacks can be a right pain to get, and yeah. I mean, nuking is something I don't see happen as often anymore in the game as when it first did, because I think a lot of people have got all the stuff they wanted. But I definitely need a lot more flux for things I want to make, but at the same time, I rarely bother nuking, because I tend to play the game in very short increments. Like, today's, if anything, going to be a bit of a strange one, because I'll be playing for an extended length of time. But normally... Oh, there you are. Normally I only play for like an hour or maybe 2 hours at most. And preparing for a nuke and spending time in that, that's like pretty much my entire play session it would be. And I'm rarely all organised and set up for it. So I often just don't bother nuking things. Which is a shame, because I really need to be honest. Especially more prime nukes. I need to do more prime nukes on my main character. Okay, and a whole bunch of ghouls on here, although there's ticks fighting the ghouls, which, yeah, is actually mildly annoying for us, because it means the enemies are going to be, there we go, dealing with each other, and it's just being a bit confusing. There we go. Okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Oh, I've mutated and gained Egghead. I don't think I actually want that. I think that might be one of the ones that reduces... Yeah, strength -3, endurance -3, intelligence +6. I definitely don't want that. Let's just take some Radaway straight off. There we go, recovered from Egghead mutation. That is good to see. Yeah, that's pretty much the worst mutation I could have got. because I am a melee-only character, which means strength and endurance are our two most important stats. Let's take... Oh, I didn't need that final can. Let's just take a whole bunch of this stuff. Suffering from blood bonds, that's fine. And speaking of strength and endurance being our two most important stats, let's actually boost up endurance, and... What perk do I want to go for? There's a lot of stuff which is decent, but... I think I might go Aqua Boy. But if I get it in a perk card pack, I'll be a bit annoyed. And just a can of Loaf and Leafy Green Studios, welcome to the stream. So annoying getting them diseases. Yeah, diseases are annoying, which actually makes me half tempted to go for something like Vaccinated. But at the same time, I'm like, I always find plenty of disease cures. Oh man, I really just don't know what to take. Maybe... but explosions aren't that common, so Fireproof isn't even that amazing. Man, I'm really not good at working out what to do. Okay, I'm not even going to take the perk card yet. Feel free to suggest what perks I should take in the chat, because I really am not sure. Casey says, started a new hobby, dumpster diving, so glad it's legal where I am. Yeah, it's... I hope it's legal in the UK, because I was about to be like, oh yeah, dumpster diving can be quite fun, you can find lots of good stuff. Let's assume it's legal in the UK. I mean, I've never got in trouble for it. I haven't done it in a long time, to be fair. I was probably a minor last time I did it, so I'm sure I wouldn't get in any proper trouble. But yeah, it can be quite fun. Just finding stuff that people throw away and just being like, oh, I can make good use of that. It's all good. Okay, get the ammo. Leaf Green says, you're my favourite YouTubed. Thank you. I appreciate being your favourite YouTubed. That's quite nice of you. Big DMG, welcome to the stream. Rejuvenated is a great one. Do I have Rejuvenated as an option yet? That is... Get increased benefit from being well fed or well hydrated. Let's go for it. Why not? And one, welcome to the stream as well. Yeah, let's give it a go. I've never picked Rejuvenated before, actually, so it'll be interesting to see just what it is like. So, okay, that's just me discovering the homestead. So I'm well fed. Oh yeah, it boosts disease resistance and max HP. If I take some water as well, then yeah, extra AP regen, and that gives me 60% disease resistance, which is pretty good. In most of Europe, it's legal as long as you don't take personal information and the trash is stored in a public place. Cool. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it, but yeah, I doubt I've broken the law with any of that stuff. It would be highly unlikely that I've managed to really screw myself over with that. Okay, take all of that stuff. So much steel. Like, the majority of what I cut out of the Melee Madness episodes is me looting steel items and scrapping them down. Because... man, just so much steel. So much steel. Okay, let's take this workshop. Claim that workshop. There's not anything for us to kill here, but there is stuff for us to take, and then when the defend event comes up, we'll be able to stab it. I apologise, I'm obviously not quite fully awake, and... Has someone already claimed this? No, they haven't. They've just left a bunch of machine gun turrets here, which I think I'll actually have to scrap down because I don't feel right using them on the Melee Madness character. So yeah, they're going to get scrapped. There's basic machine gun turrets as well, which likely wouldn't do me much good. And does this place have... Okay, it's got crystal, copper and gold. I'm not actually too concerned with getting any of that stuff active. Instead, let's just be like, boom, 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 woo, claimed a workshop. Give me some XP gain. One sec. Oh, a plan for a kitchen stove. You're far too good to me, game. Far too good. Okay, this is at least one steel scrap per thing. That is producing 100 power right now, actually. So... what's this one? Resources... Get a copper extractor out there, I guess. Yeah, why not? Let's just connect it up. Got the power for it. Just leave it as is. Tom Hagen says, "Hey Sarge, this is MHG. I can't chat in your stream for some reason." Might be the name. Might be YouTube picking up on the name and being like, "Oh, that's a bit iffy." Welcome to the stream. Oh, good to see you're here, regardless of those issues. Jeremy says, "I got the Stalkers of the Dragon Musket. No use for it, so I'm feeling charitable. If you need it or anyone wants it, giving it away for free. 255 damage." Okay, it lets you say your name, though, so I'm not sure why. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'd say with that, you might as well scrap it down for scrip, because you get a nice little bit of scrip for your weapons, so it's worth scrapping your scrip weapons. Man, scrap and scrip. Not very helpful having them both in the same words, sentence, both in the same sentence. Man, talking is difficult. Yeah, I'd say it's probably worthwhile you scrapping it down so you can get something better from the purveyor, or hopefully get something better from the purveyor, because it is all kind of random. Which, I have been considering, there we go, there's the defend event. I've been considering doing another kind of a complainy video about the legendary system in this game. I made like my one where I talked through why it was so difficult to get legendary items a while back, and the whole maths behind it, and why you're unlikely to just randomly get a specific legendary drop you want, and all of that stuff. But I feel like I could probably do another rant at some point and talk about how it has improved slightly, but the randomness is still all there. Okay, 47 seconds. The only annoying thing with the defend events popping up quite so soon after you take the place is you can't really go anywhere. Like, I'm just about going to be able to discover this location, maybe see if there's anything in here for me to deal with. There's a Radroach I can kill. There's a bunch of Radroaches I can kill. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back in like seconds. And, oh, T60 armor here. Very nice. Only level 40 though, not level 50. That's a slight shame. Okay, take gear, take all of the metal stuff there. Perfect. And more ammo and that stuff. And, oh, some of that too. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Now let's head back and defend our workshop. DTD Gamer. Oh, no, I'm not exiting the event. I'm running over there right now, game. I'm running over there right now. Says, I got a freestyle bone hammer yesterday from the purveyor. That's quite cool. I don't think I've seen a legendary bone hammer yet. To be fair, bone hammers are really rare, just like the basic version anyway. So yeah, legendary version. Good job on that. Okay, here come the doggies down the road. Just Canalove says, what's your favourite weapon type? Not so much in this game, but overall I'd say snipers. I really like playing as a long-range rifleman. It's quite a lot of fun for me. Far enough away that the enemies can't hurt me, but so that I can still kill everything in a single shot. That's what I enjoy. But I'm not the greatest sniper by any means as well, which means I often won't worry about doing it, because there's better ways to deal damage. And 76 in particular, it's like melee you generally want high damage, but with guns you're often focusing more on high DPS, especially at the later levels where everything's a bit more tanky. So there's... oh, come. You're diseased. So there we go, just didn't want you to attack me. Perfect. And that's the defend event done. Yeah, so whatchamacallit. Oh, I keep forgetting my train of thought. I do apologise. I need to be more awake. So yeah, the sniper. Sniper would be my main one, but not always great with it, unfortunately. Jeremy's really after a Grognak's axe. They're also quite rare. I do like the fact there's a lot of different weapons in this game, and some of them are quite rare, which is kind of cool, because it means it's a bit more fun to find them. But because of a legendary system, if you find just like a base version, it's kind of like, oh cool, I found a Grognak's axe. Guess I'm never going to use it. And what are you doing standing in a fridge? Yeah, so much stuff you just do not use because it's not legendary. Like, at this point I'm in the game, too many hats there. Okay, I've got the solution here. Don't do this at home, kids, but we're starting the early drinking. It's the middle of the day, Sarge is struggling to talk. Alcohol is required. Yeah. During the early to mid-game, you can get away with non-legendary gear, but as soon as you get, like, past level 50, you're just looking for legendaries at that point. Like, my main character, everything is legendary. And there is no way I would use a non-legendary item, because it would be worthless to me. I'd lose out on so much gains from all of the different legendary effects. Considering the fact you can have a trio of legendary effects per item as well, it's just like, no. Why would I ever go for a base item? I'll just update my PC now. It can handle top-heavy mods for Fallout and the Elder Scrolls. Sneak Archer / Sniper is the best, never need much heal. Yeah, you don't have to worry too much about your defences as well, which is kind of nice. I do also really enjoy playing a tank, actually. I kind of go to one extreme or the other, either a bit of a glass cannon from a distance who never gets hit, or someone who can just always be hit. I don't enjoy dying. Don't pick up the grenade, because then I might accidentally use it, which would invalidate the run and be a failure and be terrible. But yeah. Yeah, I do like being a bit tanky as well. Just being able to, like, stand in the middle of something and get tons of bullets shot into me. Like, I made my Master of War build in Fallout 4 was one of my favourite to play, because it was just so tough, to the point where I was just constantly getting, like, shot and having missiles and nukes fired at me, and it was like, oh no, I went down by 10 hit points or something stupid. It was ridiculous. Just Can of Life says, are you going to watch E3? Yes. Yes, the conference is in like less than 12 hours for Bethesda, like 11 and a half hours, I believe. And I'm going to be staying up for that. And I'm going to watch it, I'm going to record like snippets of it, and then I'm going to make a video together giving like a shortened version, just all of the highlights for the channel. So yeah, that's something I am staying up for. Really annoyingly, Bethesda E3 is at a horrible time in the UK. So it's not a lot of fun staying up for it. I know Kado's going to be watching from his work. I think it's going to be like the end of his shift pretty much. He'll be watching that. So Kado might not even be able to watch all of it. Oh, there's just two little protections out of the water. I'm actually going to let them stay there. They seem quite peaceful. Yeah, Kado's watching from work. I'll be half asleep and just downing energy drink to try and stay awake for it, and it'll be lots of fun. Jeremy's about to spend 100 script in the Purveyor. Yeah, that'll get you a 3-star. I don't see the point of buying the 2-star and 1-star legendaries. Get the 3 stars. Save up your script, people. DTD Gamer has only found 2 legendary Grognak axes. That's 2 more than me. One I kept is Hiccup, and now is getting weak compared to all Ryzen sledgehammers. Yeah. The good thing about the legendary weapon system is that because you keep finding new legendaries and the effects are random, you're very likely to find stuff that you'll replace your weapons with. So you are at least switching things around, which is interesting. But for the most part, I'm just kind of like, I prefer uniques. And, oh. Ultramarine Ice Queen is here. Hi, Sarge. I now have every legendary Grognak axe in the game. My 2-star Furious is my favourite. But everyone in the game. That's a lot of axes. Hold up. Okay, I think I've missed a couple of messages here and there, so I do apologise. Big Damage says, I usually go for a Bloodied build, but I'm working on a heavy tank at the moment. Bloodied is something I kind of like, and I totally don't mind that it's sort of the overpowered-ish meta at the moment, is like Bloody Melee and stuff. Because it at least has the advantage of, even though you can deal out tons of damage, you're also normally at like less than half health. So it's a lot easier for you to die. And I think that's quite a nice way to have overpowered builds in a multiplayer game that don't get too out of hand. Because sure, you can like be one-shotting so many different things, but it's also like you're probably going to die a fair bit whilst you do it. I mean, it's a nice little balance where you've got your pros and your cons, rather than just it being a out-and-out god build. Although I know a lot of people online are like, oh, strongest build ever, completely win every fight in one shot, perfect, and then they actually play for a while and they die like to half the fights because they just get swarmed by too many enemies and they physically can't attack fast enough. Apparently it's 5:30 in Canada, and I saw someone else, 11:04 in Melbourne. Wait, 11:04 in Melbourne. Oh wait, do you mean the conference is at 5:30 in Canada? Because if it's 5:30 in Canada right now, you've gained or lost half an hour from other time zones, which is quite impressive. There you are. Because it is just gone 2 PM over here in the UK. There we go. Stab, stab, stab. Okay, where's... Round the corner? Round the corner. There you are. Perfect. Kill a whole bunch more stuff. It's only good if you don't have an emotional attachment to the weapons. Yeah, I mean, I don't get too attached to many of the weapons. The only thing I'm kind of attached to on my main character is I have an explosive correlator, because I got one like really quite early on, and they've patched it now so there's not explosive correlators. So I kind of like the fact I've still got that, and I'm also quite glad I didn't get like banned or something stupid for having that, because I know there's been lots of like ban waves in the past. People have duped items or bought duped items, so I was slightly concerned that my account might just get ditched and they'll be like, oh no, you had a weapon which can't be obtained anymore, so we're getting rid of you. But that didn't happen, and I was very happy about it. And there's another workshop. Do I want to bother claiming it? Man, I'll spend so many caps if I claim all the workshops. And by so many, I mean like at least 25 right now, so I probably should actually claim the workshop. It's worth it just for like the XP. So I should probably do it. I should do it. Should I claim a workshop? Tell me if I should claim a workshop. Big damage only goes for 2-star legendary weapons because the 3rd star seems like a waste. I often really like the 3rd star. Admittedly, now that I've got like a backpack on my main character, I'm not quite so worried, because often it was a weightless I was hoping for, which is still good, but isn't too necessary. But I'm honestly, I'm just sort of the mind of I'd rather have that, whatchamacallit, I'd rather have an extra star and still have 2 really good stars and then a 3rd star which is just like, that's okay. On armour I find it more important, because I think that's the weight reduction perks for like weapons weigh 20% less, or cool stuff on that. And okay, I apologise, I am missing over some messages because you guys have started talking fast. And Dosloravo, apologies if I butchered your name there, which I probably did. Why am I looking for steel? Because this is a melee character, and the only like thrown thing I can use are throwing knives. And throwing knives cost 4 steel a pop, so I just want lots of steel so I can scrap them down and make that. So yeah, I just need a whole ton of steel all of the time. And oh, Salisbury steaks are in there. Yeah, that's all that. Okay, I'm not going to bother about taking... Should I take this place? I'm not going to take this place. We don't need to take every workshop. Yes, good dude. Conference is at 5:30. It's 6 AM in California. Apparently, free stuff, says Pat Stone. I've got no idea what's going on here. I've definitely missed stuff in the chat, so apologies. I have no idea what's going on now. I've clearly missed like an important message or two somewhere whilst paying attention to the game. And as far as bloody builds go, what weapon types are underpowered and overpowered in the endgame? As for weapon types, I'm not too sure. I find one-handed melee isn't all that amazing. Oftentimes it gets overclassed by either two-handed, which is slow but lots of damage, or unarmed, which is just surprisingly good and lower on perk point investment generally. But pistols as well. Pistols often suck. Like, you generally are looking at automatic rifles or unarmed or two-handed melee, I find, are like the strong ones. Pistols generally lack a bit too much of a punch. Yeah, more than anything though, it often does depend on the legendary effects you get, which can often completely stray that, because if you get like a 2-shot explosive 10mm pistol, then that's actually quite good. But if you get like a Stalker's weightless, I don't know, like, handmade rifle, that's not all that amazing, to be honest. It's kind of like, not that great. Jeremy says, I got that Weightless Hunter's Gatling gun. It's alright, man. Big damage. Yeah, the Unstoppable Monsters is brilliant for a free weapon. Mine is doing 1,210 damage per hit. I usually sneak those, so that goes up to 3,630. Or over 4k because it's multiplied by 3.5. Bloodied Automatic is super good. Yeah, there's a bunch of effects you're going for, and Unstoppable Monster is still amazing. Like, I've got in the cards section of this live stream my guide for, like, how to get it, and basically it's also just saying you should get it. Because it... Oh, come on, Damage Bug, you don't happen often anymore. Why'd you have to happen? Because often it is just really quite amazingly strong. So I'd highly recommend everyone go and get that weapon still whilst they can, because in 2 days' time it won't be available anymore. Yeah, Bloodied Automatic. I'd say stuff like Anti-Armor, Bloodied, Explosive, Instigating for some weapons. There's a lot of good effects. Like, 2-shot, I know it was, and it still kind of is to be honest, 2-shot explosive handmade rifle was like the go-to weapon for everyone. But that thing got duped to oblivion. And then there was the explosive nerf, which made it a little different. Oh, the bear's drinking. I don't know if that's intentional or if the bottle's just fallen like that. That's kind of cute. So yeah, the handmade rifle is one of the strongest weapons in the game to go for, as a gun user at least. So that's always a good one to get. And... okay, you're down there somewhere. Let's go and grab you in a second. Explosive Bloody Handmade. My Unstoppable Monster is 1,957 without sneak or food buffs. Yeah, Bloodied Explosive anything has been new meta. Forget 2-shot explosive. Yeah, 2-shot has been replaced a bit with Bloodied. Pardon me. Although there's a lot of people as well using... I think it's Vanguards. I can't remember which effect is called which. Have like weird Vanguard builds going on as well. But yeah, the Unstoppable Monster as well. I've seen damage ratings ridiculously high from people who have like talons, all of the perks, everything to boost their strength. Just, there's a lot of stuff you can do to get that weapon to ridiculous heights. Like I had a comment, which I do need to reply to actually, where someone was like, hey, can you show the perks in your character? Because they wanted to know how to make the weapon nice and strong. And I need to respond to them and tell them that my version is actually quite weak comparatively, compared to what a lot of people are doing. Because people out there can do like 10 times the amount of damage I can. Because my character, my main, is a bit of a generalist. Okay, let's... I want the meat hook. Can I not get that meat hook? Okay, let's get rid of that corpse. I can't pick up that meat hook. That sucks. I can pick up that tomahawk, though. That's a bit better. Okay, let's pick up those things, metal tub, and... oh, another scorched over there. Who is really... oh man, he was not paying attention. Jeremy says, I hate coming back to my base and half of it is destroyed. Yeah, I hated that for a long time. I have recently moved my my main base on my main character to actually somewhere right near here. There will be a little mini video series coming out about that as well, because I recorded it all and things went horribly wrong, and it was quite entertaining. Yeah, I've moved my base to somewhere a bit safer, because I hated just repairing it all. It was literally a case of it was cheaper to go somewhere else and completely rebuild than it would have been to just repair everything just for it to get broken again. Okay, this will be a whole bunch of steel. I'm also getting a bunch of mods, which I am likely never going to use. Alrighty, let's check where we are on the map. So. And VO Gorlath, welcome to the stream. Thinking of starting a melee build, what's the best melee weapon? Right now, just get the Unstoppable Monster in survival mode, would be my advice, but it does depend heavily on what legendaries you get. Okay, I think we need to go east from here, or otherwise we're just wandering back into places we've been to before. Yeah, I reckon if we go east, or... do I want to bother going east? Point Pleasant actually has... no, Point Pleasant can be a bit of a pain. Let's go east. Yeah, Unstoppable Monster right now, which is the survival weapon. I have a video about it, so go watch that. And damage is only missing an unyielding chest piece, and then you're set for the melee build. Yeah, my main armor, or my main character, isn't all that amazing, because I never get good legendary armor drops. And I haven't been spending too much on the Purveyor. I did like half a dozen 3-star legendary armors from the Purveyor, and they're all kind of just like, eh. So I'm just no luck with armor, unfortunately. FBI, welcome to the stream. Main says, lack of weapon customization in Fallout 76, put it off for me. Which weapon are you on about there? And June, welcome to the stream. Can't stay long for today. That is alright. If you do fancy watching, there's always the VOD afterwards. Or just thank you for being in the stream for a second anyway. Ice Queen says, has anyone done encrypted after the last patch? I had these weird blue electrical flashes last night, wonder if it's a glitch. That sounds like one of the mutations, electrically charged. I don't know if there's a glitch to do with that, possibly. You can't unlock it in a bench, but you can use it wherever you want after you unlock it in survival. Yes, that is true. And DGT Gamer's back. There's been a lot of chat. I apologise, I didn't actually notice you'd gone. The chat has just been going by really, really fast. Okay, there should be... Oh no, I thought this was a super mutant place, but that's up north. This is just somewhere really easy with ghouls and a few hauntings. Oh. Stab, stab. Bad little creature. And the place is just shaking. And it's not the stream being weird, that's the actual location shaking, because this is like a haunted little area in the game. Just kind of so... Loaf says, love running around in my slick military green XO1 with All Rise soaking up damage then dealing more. All Rise is one of the better, like, unique weapons you run across. It's nice that there's a few of them that are decent. Like, Perfect Storm I used for quite a while. Because that is a pretty strong, like, for a 1-star legendary as well, that's pretty good. And it gives fire damage. There's nothing in game which gives fire damage. So it's a lot of fun. Okay, let's deal with these robots. Perfect. And robots give steel, which is even better. Alright. Man, the forest is pretty. All the god rays and the, like, permanent autumnal look of it. That's pretty cool. Like, there's a dip in the ground there. Alright, I finally caught up with chat again as well. So I think I deserve... Ooh! Ooh. Is that a responder bot? I can't even tell. Big Damage asking if they're the only one who hates power armor and only uses it in nuke zones. No, I like power armor conceptually and what has been done with it, but I don't like wandering around in it in like every day. I like to be small and nimble and just zipping about. So I don't use it very often. I do have one of my 5 characters is a very low level, what was supposed to be a power armor focused build, but I didn't go very far with that for multiple reasons. I rarely bother with the stuff. Oh, DTD Gamer says, wasted a Perfect Storm, got it at like level 20. That is something I don't enjoy about like the uniques you get in this game. Like the fact you can just do the quest just like, oh, this is a really cool quest that I want to do right now, because of course I do. And then it's like, oh, here's a really good weapon, but it's 20 levels lower than you want it to be. Not a huge fan of that. Oh, pardon me. I'd much rather just be able to get the weapon at level 50 than have to wait for it, rather than get the weapon and it'd be like, oh, level 20, you can use it for like the next 5-10 levels, and then it's worthless. Pardon me again. David, welcome to the stream. Jeremy says, I'll be right back, Bad Company Sarge. I'm going to watch your Unstoppable video. Oh, good luck with it. And, oh, Dominic didn't I know just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. I don't know if you're in the stream. Probably not in the stream. Probably from a video. That will go off occasionally, though. Because they got little Streamlab alerts. When someone with their thingies, their subscriptions set to public, subscribes, I'll know about it. And, ooh. Let's take a quick look at this person's camp. Ice Queen says, encryption is hard enough when I can see. I used to love my path and I got full set... love my power armor. Then got a full set of unyielding. Love my puffs. Yeah, the fact that... Okay, this thing's floating. The fact power armor doesn't have legendaries, and the only way to get legendaries is through, legendary effects, sorry, is from your... is from... armor. It kind of makes it like, so you often just forego power armor just for the legendary effects, because it's often not too good. And Jeremy Slater just subscribed. I'm guessing you were just testing that out to see if it would pop up on screen. Which, yes it does. Okay, let's scrap down that. That's... Ooh, personal terminal. Does it work for other people as well? Daily planner. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, it would be cool if you could upgrade them to higher levels. Yeah, like, you can do that with the Mistress of Mysteries gear, which is really cool, but you can't do it with the other stuff, which does just kind of suck. Okay, I'm gonna have to go around this way. Yeah, the fact you can't upgrade them to a higher level is a bit annoying, because it means per character, and most people, I'm guessing, will have like a main character they play, because that's kind of the nature of this game. So it's just like, oh yeah, I'll just get myself some nice legendaries, and they're just worthless after a while. It's also like, that person back there was selling like a level 15 legendary. I don't know if anyone's going to buy that. Sure, it was only 100 caps, but it's like, there's not much point. It's just script fodder now. Is there a certain level I have to be able to do the challenges for the Deathclaw? No. I'm trying to remember. I'm not sure. I think the weapon comes out at level 50 regardless, but I can't remember. You'd have to check with someone who did it at a low level to be certain. But I'd recommend being like a reasonable level. I'll tell you in the video what the challenges are. I can't remember them offhand, but I don't recall them being anything particularly difficult level-wise. Just a can of loaf apparently bricked their PS4. That's not good. It's not good. Never want stuff breaking. Okay, a main is getting frustrated because apparently he can't comment. But if you're swearing and stuff, then it will hold comments for review, which is kind of why they're not always showing up, I'm afraid. So yeah, if you don't swear in a comment, it will come through. Otherwise, it doesn't show up and it goes straight onto held for review. Okay, let's zoom through. Yeah, I can now. I have to like pause the game, tab over to that, and then do that for each individual time that there's like a swear word in a comment for it to show up at all. So yeah, if stuff's not showing up, that's why. Alpacas for Day, welcome to the stream. You have a very cool username. I approve. Okay. Oh man. I think I've actually probably got myself enough steel for a while. Which, crazy to hear, I know, but that's actually quite a lot of steel I've been picking up as we go, and I've not been using any throwing knives. Which is pretty decent. You can do it whatever you want, but it's always a level 50, even if you're level 20. Okay, that is good to know. Do we always get an unlockable weapon every week? I never look at the challenges, I only knew from my friend telling me. Yes! Oh, don't scrap the binoculars. Yeah, it's every week, resets on Tuesday, and it's just cool stuff. Hence, I have a video out about it every single week. Hopefully they keep it weekly, like permanently. I'll be a little bit annoyed if they get rid of it, because next week's has already like been announced and everything, but we don't know about weeks after, so hopefully there'll be a new Inside the Vault or something telling us, or just it keeps happening without an announcement. Pardon me. DTT says, do you not have moderators? I do have a few moderators, just not in the chat right now, and to be fair, I rarely need them, which is quite nice. Like, I've had one stream. Yeah, I can only think of like one stream where it was like I needed moderators, and that was when like just a dozen or so people with multiple accounts just popped in and were trolling and just being douches for like half an hour straight or something ridiculous. Because even at the start of it, I was just like, calm down people or whatever. I was quite chill about it all. But then they just kept going and it was a real annoyance. Because even, I did actually have a moderator pop in then. And it was like, oh, hi there, blah, 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 blah. And I just told them, I'll just start banning everyone. A man says, all past comments on your videos, all of them. Wait, so comments that you previously left and were fine have just disappeared? Is that what you're saying? Thanks. Hi dude, came back from the gym to find you stream. What's up? Hello Twine, welcome to the stream. We are just doing some leveling with the Melee Madness character, because we need our levels. David asked if I'm going to watch Bethesda's E3 conference, and yes, I most definitely am. I'll be watching it, and then I'll be making a video about it afterwards, just going like, oh, here's the big important stuff. And Twine's going to play a bit of Smash Bros. Whilst having a stream on in the background. Yeah, enjoy it, and also remembers that stream. Yeah, it was like a Dishonored stream, just a one-off kind of, oh, let's just do something a bit fun. And just like a whole bunch of twats showed up. It was really quite annoying. Like, the odd person or two trolling, it isn't really an issue. It can sometimes even be a bit of a laugh. But there was just like dozens of accounts just constantly popping in, just being like, oh, everything's terrible, and dislike bombing, and it was just kind of annoying. It wasn't fun to deal with. Okie doke. And welcome back, Black Fang. Soul Survivor is the only weapon I have kept until the Unstoppable Monster. Which one was the Soul Survivor? I think that might have been the one before I started covering them. Because I know there were a few that came out that I didn't even pay attention to. And then I decided to start covering them. What was the first one I even did? I can't even remember what the first one I did was. Grinding for levels suck, but after it feels nice to just quest. Yeah. The game is kind of set up in a way that things go better if you do kind of hit level 50, then do lots of the quests. But for most players, you're not going to... Oh, I hear buzzing. You're not going to want to do that, because it's fun to just complete quests and go through the story. It's like trying to do a somewhat focused Let's Play that doesn't go through hundreds of parts of just me doing stuff like this where I'm running about. Is quite difficult with the character, because there's just so many times you need to focus on... Whatchamacallit. Oh, come on, how did... Oh, it did hit, it just didn't do quite enough damage. Stab, please. Thank you. There's a lot of time where you do just need to focus on leveling, which is not always the most entertaining thing to watch, especially in a video where I can't be interacting and talking to you all like I am now. Which at least, hopefully, makes it a bit more interesting than if I was just sat here, just playing the game, just stabbing stuff, just constantly. That would be a bit dull. I would not enjoy that, and I doubt people would enjoy watching it. Okay, this is... I'm just going to check the location on the map. Yeah, I'm just literally going to discover this location, and then probably maybe travel to my camp and start exploring around there. Oh, hold up. Okay, Protectron. Black Fang says, I have Fallout 4, but my TV crashed when the game loads. That's not good. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay. Now this is when throwing knives become particularly helpful. At least when I can actually use them. Because enemies who are up a bit, come on, hit, thank you, can't just be dealt with quite as easily with melee. So yeah, stuff like this, pretty important. Okay, I'm going to grab a few items here because I can't resist looting and have a drink. TV only XX Team Fortress 2. Oh, come on! I wanted a drink! Stupid iBot. You could have just stayed back, hidden away, you would have been fine. And who's next on Roguelike? Next up... Oh, hold up. Build the suspense by stabbing Protection. Next up is going to be Rachel. I actually recorded and edited that yesterday and got it all uploaded, and I still need to do the post-production stuff for it. And get all the like fancy details and thumbnail and stuff up. But yeah, Rachel's journey starts on Saturday. So got that to look forward to. And then obviously it will finish off with Felix, who's the settlement-based character, who I feel is going to be a bit more of a slower-paced one. The first few characters are surprisingly action-heavy. Oh yeah, just a can of life heard about Nuclear Winter being PvP focused and Battle Royale confirmed 100%. Yeah, definitely gonna... We don't know for certain. Like, there was a bit of a leak as to some, like... Well, what are they called? The people who, like, code farmers or I can't remember if that's the specific name. But yeah, people found, like, some audio files. I have actually listened to them, and they're the kind of things you'd imagine hearing from a combat test arena sort of thing. And people have found that and are going, oh, this means the next thing's gonna be a Battle Royale. Which, it could be. Like, that is a possibility, but it also could be, like, a dozen different things. So I'm not getting, like, all worked up about it right now. Because it's like, yeah, it's a possibility, but I don't know. Kado and I talked about it on, I think, the most recent episode of the Pipcast, possibly. Might have been the one before. Data mining, thank you, Alpacas. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Like, I don't mind Battle Royales, but I don't think this game is built for it. And honestly, I don't think, oh, I'm losing my mind. I don't think they'd add in a Battle Royale. I think that would be a kind of stupid move, but I think there might be, like, more of a team deathmatch focus thing, possibly. That's a bit more likely, I'd say. Soul Survivor is the Assassin's Lever action rifle that has damage resistance whilst aiming. I don't PvP, it is OP for normal gameplay. That's pretty good. I can't think of anything worse than a Fallout Battle Royale. I mean, like I say, I enjoy some Battle Royale games. Like, I really enjoy Apex Legends. Probably enjoy Titanfall 2 more, but Apex Legends is still a lot of fun. I don't mind Battle Royales at all. I'm not in the crowd that's like, no Battle Royales ever, grrr, ruining games market, blah blah, whatever. But at the same time, yeah, Fallout's really not designed for a Battle Royale game. Like, I think the whole conceptual idea of a shared world with other survivors, that works okay. I sounded a bit country then, apologies. But there's no real reason to have a Battle Royale. Like, I could see kind of a team deathmatch event, but that's pretty much the same as, like, the Hunter Hunted radio station, just on a slightly larger scale. So there wouldn't be much of a difference there, really. Ooh, and someone's near my camp. I hope they buy something. Okay. And Tuan just hit Elite Smash, well done. It's like online, but for when you get a certain amount of points with characters, you can play against players at a higher level. I think Bethesda is jumping on the Battle Royale hype train slightly too late. I hope they're not. Like, pretty much everything I just said. I don't know what is going on now. All past comments gone. It's like they actively hide my comment. To be fair, I haven't seen any of your comments recently. Have you been commenting recently? Because I can't, like, remember any of them. Oh! I just got jump scared by a fermenter. It's okay. Oh! Oh! That's the player. Okay. Oh. I'm just going to give them a quick wave. Cool. Is the junk cannon on here? Junk jet? No, I don't think it is, actually. No, it's not. That actually kind of sucks. Oh, I hadn't even thought about it before, but yeah, the junk jet is just not around on this game. That's a shame. It's a really cool weapon. Very wastelandy and just fun. What else did I miss there? Bethesda combat mechanics isn't good enough for an enjoyable Battle Royale. Yeah, it's really not. The reason I brought up Apex Legends as one I enjoyed is that that game was very much focused around being really good at what it does. Whereas, even with Fallout 4 bringing decent first-person shooter mechanics to the game, it's by no means good enough for a proper competitive environment. Like, that just would not work. And as Ice Queen says, I'm not built for Battle Royale PvP. 1 frame rate drop for melee during PvP and I'm dead. Can't even survive Monster Mash. Yeah. Okay, so you can see them as MHD, but can't see them with another guy. It sounds like they've been shadowed. I'll take a look at my channel later to see if it's done it on there. You might want to take a look and see if it's on other channels as well, or just on that, because it might just be shadow ban on my channel, possibly. Just... Hold up, I'm not leveled up yet. Not healed up yet. Just kind of Loaf says, maybe it's like a quick play mode where you get put in a match and there are different modes, sort of like Crucible and Destiny. Don't know if you played it. Yeah, I've played that. See, something like that I wouldn't mind so much. I don't think it's really needed for the game at all, and I doubt it would bring much of a benefit, and it would also spark controversy, like, even if it's not Battle Royale, even if it is just a bit of a standard PvP thing, with more of a focus, like an arena shooter or something like that. It's not needed for the game, it's not going to add too much of significant value, I doubt, and it will just annoy some people. So I'm kind of hoping it's not that, because even though for me, I'd be okay with it, it's like, I know lots of people wouldn't like it, and it would just give the game an even worse reputation than it already has with some groups, which is not ideal. And Exclusis? I'm not quite sure how to pronounce your name, I do apologise. Hello as well. Good to have you joining our stream. Okay, now my vending machine here, I'm selling like all of my ammo, apart from fusion cores, at like a cap a piece. So let's actually, I'm just going to take all the ammo just so I can go through this a bit easier, sort this all out and just sell it all at once rather than try and mess about with it in a weird way. If you could, thank you. There we go. Now let's just sell all of that at a single cap, all of that at a single cap. Yeah, this is literally all I'm doing with ammo. It's just like, I've got so much ammo, there's gotta be someone out there who wants some of it, it's gonna work fine. The steps to scare bad. What, be a wolf? 1. Spawns Deathclaw and the Scorch Beast. I mean, that would be quite nasty, yeah. If a Deathclaw or a Scorch Beast just spawned in here, I would not be a fan of that. That'd be quite evil. You know what, I can probably sell these fusion cores relatively cheap. Like, the ones at 100 I might actually keep hold of, but these 50 ones, let's sell them at 25 each, so that's only half a cap per charge, which is pretty dang cheap. That'll just make me some cash. Yeah. See, I am just selling everything really, really cheap. Maybe 5 caps of missile launcher. So, setting some of my ammo to be at least not even highly priced. Oh, slots are full. Okay, we're going to build a second vending machine then. No, actually, we don't need a second vending machine right now. But you probably should make one anyway. Okay, let's do a second vending machine. Just because, you know, we probably should. There we go. Second vending machine. Let's plug that up to that. No, it requires free power, so I also need power in there. And Ice Queen's heading off. Good to have you in the stream for a bit. Exclusis. I didn't really know how to pronounce the name either. People made certain variants of it. Okay. Exclusis. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that somewhat right. Hold up. Where's... Oh, generators, isn't it? That's why I wasn't paying attention to it. There we go. Let's just build that quickly. E? It's not building. Why isn't it building? Okay, let's just try loading back in again. And yes, people do still play 76. As is quite evident from the fact... There we go. That was just taking a second to register. As is evident by the fact you have just clicked on a live stream where someone is playing the game. Alright, let's just sell shotgun shells. Don't know if anyone's going to bother buying the syringe ammo. There we go. Blackfang says I have a German pit. Pitbull Terrier are you talking about there? I didn't read the message above, which was Twan saying, my uncle just got a new puppy. It's a white husky and it's so cute. So I assume you're talking about, whatchamacallit, dogs at the moment. Just noticed I've got a couple of plans here. I can, there we go, load, which is pretty cool. Alright, let's, I feel like heading north is the best bet here. Let's head north, let's try and explore some of the area. And just see what's happening here. See what's happening, see what's going on. All will be good. Oh, let's cook up some food first, though. Because that is something I don't want to skip over. Just Kind of Low says, I love the 786 community, everyone is nice and helpful. Yeah, the community is really quite good overall. Like, I've had the occasional time where I've decided to stick on area chat. It's been just, like, really nice people who are just like, oh, hey, can I come and see your camp? Or, how are you? Or, hey, do you want to come and help me kill the stuff? And, yeah, it's like a really nice community, which is pretty cool to see. Makes it much more enjoyable to play the game. There's obviously a few griefers here and there, but even in survival mode, I find it rare to come across griefers, which is quite a nice sign. Alright, let's wander up this way. It's a mixed breed of a German Shepherd and Pitbull. Oh, okay. And Papa Pum apparently doesn't know what a Puppadom is, which is surprising. Twan says, loves dogs but don't have time to take care of it. Definitely understand that. My sister used to live in the same house as me. She has moved out, and since then I don't have to look after a dog so often, which has made things just a bit easier for me and freed up quite a bit of time. Which means more video time working on and stuff, which is always quite cool. Because, yeah, animals are lovely, but you have to be able to look after them and dedicate the time towards them, which can be a bit tricky depending on your situation. Pardon me. And Exclusive says, yeah, it isn't that bad. Honestly, I still play it mainly for travelling and learning what happened at places before the players got there. Yeah, as much as there's kind of a whole meme at this point of 76 hasn't got a story, it does have some, like, really interesting stuff. Like, I personally really love all the bits about, just the raiders. Just, you get, in this game, a really good look at how normal people just kind of shifted to the raider or personality, which is cool to see. Because in a lot of the games, it's just like, oh, they're raiders, they're just bad people. Or in this one, it's like, I don't want to do this, why am I having to do this? I'm just going to have to kill people or else they're going to hurt us. Oh, it's gone terribly wrong, we just wanted to intimidate them. And there's like some nice tragic raidery stuff going on. And more minor gauntlets. And the only griefers I encountered were actually role-playing, so I didn't mind that much. Yeah, there's like a bit of a raider faction. I see it on Reddit a lot more than anything. And it's tricky sometimes to tell where the line is, but for the most part, it's like not too bad. Like, the few stories I've heard of griefing have always been like people definitely taking things too far and just being annoying, as opposed to like the odd raider faction person who, well, not in adventure mode anymore, but if you're in survival mode, will like just kill you if they come across you straight away, like, simple as. Or the odd, more, experimental one who tries to, like, go, if you give me 100 caps, I won't kill you. That kind of thing. Alrighty. This area is cleared. Let's just head north a little bit further. Was in survival the other day and saw people farming 3 kills in Vault 76 and made quick work of them and gave the new Duel Elizabeth stuff back. Yeah, that's on my like initial Fallout 76 video. I pointed out the fact that because I bumped into someone right outside of Vault 76 who was level 2 and had literally just left the vault, it was just like, bang, oh, they're dead. Oh, you can just kill people as soon as they leave the vault. That's not too good. There is the potential for griefing outside of Vault 76, but I don't think it really happens, which is quite good to see. Stab. Oi! You're a bit stronger than I was expecting. Oh, no, not that. Wet. Too much dust. There we go. I could not see the Broodmother. Perfect. Let's get a little bit more rat meat, because that is good for a bit of booster strength. And I think... oh no, it's glowing meat stick I've got at the moment. It's my main one there. Which actually reminds me, didn't one of these have, yeah, glowing meat? Oh, more rat meat. Perfect. And there's a cooking spit right here. They were playing Landlords, they dropped a bag of 200 plus pre-war money and said, this house is now ours. I mean, I would have preferred it if the game utilised pre-war money more than caps. Are you just mentioning pre-war money there and using it as currency? That is something I would have liked to see from the game, because it doesn't make too much sense, this game using caps. And it's like, for all of the people who were obsessed with the lore and just like, the Brotherhood is here. I saw so a few of them complaining about the fact caps are being used, like, so early in a kind of half-isolated area and stuff. It's just like, yeah. And hello, Mantis, welcome to the stream. Anyway, that's a minor, very minor grievance of mine, which really doesn't impact the game in any significant way. Shuffle up. There we go. Trying to work out where the best place for me to go is. Like, Mononononogon would probably be a decent starting point, actually. Although there's the observatory. Like, I don't want to spend too much time in the Savage Divide, because I am... What level am I? Yeah, I'm level 28, which isn't bad by any means. But, I don't want to be getting into too dangerous a situation whilst paying attention to chat and all of that stuff. I want to have, like, winnable fights I'm going up against more than anything here. Because this is just a casual leveling stream more than anything. Fun fact... Oh! Thought I jumped off a cliff whilst not looking. Fun fact, Black Fang name is actually White Fang, but I like black wolves, plus I want to adopt a wolf-like dog and name it Black Fang. I think you used the word Fang maybe a few too many times in that sentence for me to fully follow. Okay, let's get this Radstag. Perfect. I liked the Singe vendor in Fallout 3 that only accepted pre-war money. Yeah, there's been a few vendors in a couple of the different Fallout games that have only accepted a certain type of currency. Like New Vegas, one of the things I wish had more of a role was the NCR money caps, and then Legionary Generis, was it, I believe? They're like different currencies depending on the factions. I would have really liked... Pardon me. Would have really liked it if those had been utilised a bit more. Like, if you want to buy stuff from the Legion, you need their currency, as opposed to just standard bottle caps. That's something I would have really liked to see. And, oh, congrats on passing high school a couple of months back. And Twan, Wednesday, I want to know if I graduated high school or not. Best of luck. I'm sure it all went okay. Just don't panic. And Mantis is already missing it. I've only left for 2 months. There's barely any time at all. Okay, just head north from there. Alright, I actually need to run to the bathroom just very quickly. I was considering leaving myself an auto walk, but that's just asking for me to like walk into a bunch of super mutants and just get blasted to pieces. So I'll be back in just a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Man, slightly noise cancelling. Really weird when I take them off. Be back in a second. And I'm back. Oh, Antoine's got to head off. Goodbye. Just a Can of Loaf has asked, I really should sit down before talking. Just a Can of Loaf asked, are you going to play Cyberpunk 2077? Maybe. With that game, I'm a little concerned as to what the kind of day-to-day gameplay is going to be for it. Because I'm sure, like, the story will be interesting and there's cool themes and vibes and stuff, but I'm, like, a bit iffy as to how it will actually go. Just quickly, exclusive, if I could get Pat Cat. First name. Okay, something about Khajiit. It's a nice weather we're having. Hello, farming sim. How's your day? Just got Assassin's Creed 3 remastered and the Second Son. Oh, I hope you have a lot of fun with them. And this chatting among ourselves is going well. You did great. I was only gone for a minute. It's fine. Does that feel good? Flush. Okay. We are heading off. I'm going to make it to the power plant. All good. If the place isn't powered up, there's not stuff going on. Yeah, now it's going to tell me to start powering up. I don't want to... Oh, come on. Oh. There we go. I don't want to repair it. That's a very boring one. Is survival mode any good? Just worried I might die and lose everything. I definitely recommend going in for the weekly weapons, which is what I do. Unless you are really after a more challenging experience where you're more likely to die, I wouldn't really recommend it too much for most people outside of that. But at the same time, I had someone on Twitter last night just message me and be like, oh, thanks for making the Unstoppable Monster video, it's convinced me to go into survival mode, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. So it's definitely worth, like, trying it out. But, yeah, do be aware that you could lose some items, so try not to take in anything, because it's aid and junk you drop, as well as you lose some caps when you get killed by another player. So do try and make sure you're not too worried about losing your junk and your raid items, as it could happen. Survival mode is unique, it was hard to adapt. And Ansonda 2, welcome to the stream. Hope all is well. Oh man, it's just ghouls. Easy. Easy to deal with. Please stab, thank you. Second one, and... Hey! Someone just... I was selling Astounding Awesome Tales? I did not know that. Okay, this one appears to have got a bit confused and just ran away. Oh man, see, now people are buying all my ammo and stuff. This is perfect. This is all I needed was like one person. I don't need to investigate the house. One person who decided, oh yeah, I need lots of ammo. And perfect. We've made a whole bunch of cash right there. Which means I'm not actually fussed about claiming the workshop. Don't bother with survival, just die. Much easier and convenient. I mean, that's a quick way to go about it. Not a Fallout question, but what you think about Jedi Fallen Order. I've only seen a little bit of it. It's not something I'm personally going to get, quite frankly. Or probably not going to get. It's a game I'm going to wait until I see other people playing it on YouTube. Just kind of see what it's like. And then I'll worry about what my opinions are. Like, yeah, I'm basically just not forming an opinion of it until the game is out. And thanks for the info. I remember that one dude going around as Preston Garvey. Yeah, I've seen, well, mostly on... Oh, we've got a fun quest. Oh, man, I forgot about this. Okay, we've also got a whole bunch of... We'll come back to this, actually, because there's going to be a bit of fighting first. This is a very fun quest we've got up here. Oh, level 40. We got to deal with... Actually, no, I can't even do that quest because it requires shooting a weapon. So, okay, we can't do the daily. Let's just... No, stop punching me. Don't attack me. Stop fighting back. Let me just kill you. Thank you. Alright. EA single player's dead. Also, EA releasing Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah. I mean, people always talk about EA... And it is well worth remembering, but it's like a massive company with various things under it, so there's always different stuff that can be going on, depending on who's doing what. Ow! Ow, 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 ow! Okay, what? Let's eat some food, and then... No! thank you. And just stab some stuff. Perfect. Not buying it until it comes out. It's on YouTube. Yeah, I know there's like a trailer and stuff on YouTube, but I'm talking about like the proper, actual people standardly playing. Because a trailer's also always going to make a game look good. Like, I can make a trailer of just about any game in existence and make it look decent, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily a game I'd enjoy playing. Like, there's plenty of good games out there as well, which I just can't fully get into, so yeah, I want to see various YouTubers playing it and kind of make my mind up from that, depending on what their opinions of it are, what I think of just how the game looks and feels and stuff, and just get a good overall summary of it before I make a decision. Because yeah, I'm one of those crazy people who often waits before making their decision. Crazy. Where did I get a bonus prisoner collar from? Don't even know. Okay, let's... I don't need the Vox Syringer. I'm not going to worry about that for now. Let's take the Stim Pack and let's get rid of that quest. Because, it's going to be in daily, isn't it? Yep, there we go. EA Play released the demo alpha gameplay. Yeah. I missed the actual EA Play conference thing, but I wasn't too fussed about it. Like, I've decided the Bethesda one is the only one that I'm really concerned about watching live. Everything else, I'll either skip over and just see whatever the biggest things are through whoever talks about them, or I'll watch the conferences at a later date, because there's always a VOD. Always a VOD I can check out. Pardon me. Alright, we've... I'm just gonna... Oh, come on. Man, I think I've got worse with throwing knives. Okay, that one hit. Yeah, I can hit the easy straight shots, but I used to be reasonable with them. Man, why are you dropping high-level weapons? That's a little unusual of you. Also a floating can. Perfectly normal. Okay, we've got somewhere else we can go to on the west. And Sunday's got 2 days off starting tomorrow. I'm gonna be all in Fallout 76. Well, I hope you have fun with it. I can't wait for that today. It would be cool if there were a Fallout 3 remaster or remake. I mean, I ended up watching on Twitch. There was the most viewed, or people with the most viewers, was like some really small channel with like 10 people watching that's playing Fallout 3 on Twitch, like the other day after Kato and I had done our Pitcast recording. So we went in there and were talking to that person. And watching that kind of reminded me that I do just want to go back and play Fallout 3 again, but I don't often have the time. Might be something I end up streaming. But if a remaster came out, that would give me like more of a reason to go back and do it as well. I could do like a realism run or a roguelike, if it's depending on what the remaster's like. So yeah, I'd like a remaster, even though I don't think it's necessary. Gameplay trailers are usually full of CGI and effects before it's released. Shadow of War's gameplay trailer had a lot of code that wasn't in the game, but looked pretty cool. Yeah, it's like you can never look at a trailer and think this is exactly what the game is going to be like. Just look at a trailer and go, oh, this is like a representation of what they want the game to be. It's a bit more of what it actually is. Oh, are we near Bolton Greens? It's all the way down there. Gonna pick up the place setting though and accidentally dodge a block at the same time, because why not? Okay, just a toothbrush. Don't forget to join the Discord, link is in the description. Yes, I have a Discord. Thank you, Clandox. I'm terrible at promoting it on live streams. Terrible at promoting anything. I've got like a Twitter and a Facebook and a Patreon. I've got tons of stuff. And I never promote any of them on the live stream. Just have fun and chat. But yeah, do join the Discord if you want to talk with people in the community and with me, because I'm always on the Discord. I just booted up the Discord right now, and there's people talking in Fallout 76 chat. What if the Melee Madness character is only melee? Why is he picking up ammo? He is selling it. All makes sense. And that was Fredo and Comrade Banana talking there. Yeah, sneak peek of the Discord chat right there for all of you. Isn't it exciting? And I remember this place. I'm pretty sure this is a place with like 4 turrets just on the wall, which can be a right pain because you kind of have to back into them. Alright, I'm just going to go around the corner quickly and heal up, just to be safe. And then, yeah, duck in. And stab, 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 and no, why are so many of you carrying shotguns? I do not appreciate it. And, oh, I've got to defend Billings Homestead. Do I really have to do that? Oh, Cryptid Hunter, monthly October. Is that gonna investigate the campsite? Oh, yeah. Gives me one of the Cryptid Hunter quests. Okay, I probably won't bother doing that right now, but it's cool to have. I like Skyrim 2. Yeah, why can't we have a sequel to Skyrim? Skyrim 2. You know, The Elder Scrolls 10, Skyrim 2. And that's what everyone really wants. Come on, Bethesda. What you doing? Etc, etc, etc. Okay, let's pick that up for the steel. Well, let's head upstairs. Why use the door when you can jump through a window? Let's kill... Okay, this might not be the one I was thinking of. And, oh, an unarmed there we go, an unarmed bobblehead. Perfect. That is actually pretty good to have. And, hey, someone just bought the missiles. Nice. And fusion cores. Oh, the hunter! That's actually someone I know. Wait, fusion core 12? Did I put 12 fusion cores in there? Oh man, I'm missing a lot of stuff. Missed my idiot unarmed explosive lunatic in Fallout 3. Doesn't like remastered. The same amount of time can be spent making a new experience. Just waiting to starve so I can get Unstoppable Monster. That does take a while. It can be a bit slow. I'm back waiting for my hunger to go down, Lord, to kill the last critter. Yeah, that just waiting for hunger to go down took as long as the whole rest of the thing going on. And Axe, welcome to the stream. Yes, there is a bit of shanking going on. We're just killing stuff. I'm just drinking at the moment. And Jeremy, oh, have you got in a server where everyone's trying to kill you? Bit of a cheeky thing you can do is just kind of leave that server and go onto a new one if need be. Because every once in a while there will be like a kill-happy server where you find like 3 or 4 people who are proper PvP hunting. And sometimes if I'm in that server and need to like be in populated areas, I will just skip to a different one, just to play it safe. And... you know what, there's not actually much here I want to deal with. So maybe I do go... Oh, yeah, seeing as the hunter's actually doing that event at the same time, let's head over there, defend that, then I'll go to Fort 76 and head north to Toxic Valley. Blackfang says... Do you have a video based on building on Fallout 4 and 76? Do you mean like a guide to building? Because if so, not really. I've got, over the next few weeks or month or so, I will be making a, I'll be making like a base build video, but I've not got like a proper guide or anything like that. I don't feel I'm really the sort of person to make a good version of it. Because there's plenty of people who have made better base building videos than me. For me, it's just a little bit of fun. And, oh yeah, so much copper ore and stuff, like... There we go. Yeah, this is Hunter. He's got a really strong minigun. Oh, he just slaughters for everything. Cool, anyway, that's that event done nice and quickly, thanks Tim. X-Luce is a Discord server, thank you very much. Had to deal with one guy before. Axe took a break from 76, went back to New Vegas and realised Mass Effect 3 multiplayer servers are still up. That's quite cool. And Sona said, the one thing I find odd is the lack of caps in this game, but I like it, it makes the game more challenging. Yeah, it's nice not being flooded with caps, or otherwise everything would be bought too soon. But at the same time, I would like to make more caps just because I want to know the plans for everything, and like mutation recipes are something I'm never going to get, like, all of them. I just have to accept that now. Would a rabbit count as the challenge? Yeah, I believe a rabbit counts as a critter. I can't say 100% certain, but I think they are. Exclusive says, can't wait till tomorrow so I get time to play Skyrim and Oblivion. Hope you have lots of fun with them. Make an Unstoppable Monster build, Sarge. I was considering it. The problem is, I'm really not just set up to be able to do it justice. Because if I was to make an Unstoppable Monster build video, I'd want it to be really strong. But my character just isn't built to be strong enough. Like this character, the Melee Madness. Half the reason I was doing the Melee Madness and Scavenger Run challenges was because I wanted to get these characters up to level 50, but I didn't want to just be doing a grind in the background every single day. I wanted to, like, showcase it. Problem is, that has kind of slowed down how quickly I can do things, because the game is always evolving, so I don't just want to bulk record and level up the characters, and there's a lot of issues behind... Goodbye, Mr. Ghoul. There's a lot of issues behind it all. But I do actually have a build I'm planning on working on from, like, Tuesday, which I'd like to get out for kind of half... Hey, come back here, Mr. Ghoul. Throw a knife over at you. Come back here. There we go. Now, I do have a character build I want to work on for the next... Well, kind of based around the next weapon that's going to show up. But we'll have to see if I can actually get that done in reasonable time. My 140 plus unarmed build is good at one thing, clipping other people and taking all the legendaries. Any animal that doesn't attack back counts as a critter. Yeah, that seems to be the general requirement for it. Just use a build planner. Oh, if you mean like nuke dragons and stuff, I mean, yeah, that's fine. But if I want to make like dozens of different builds, then I need a high enough level of perk cards to be able to make everything max damage. I then need to be able to spend perks to rearrange all of my special and then move it back to something else afterwards. If I want to change for a different build, I need to get the right armor for it. The right armor will take me forever. Getting like all unyielding pieces, 5 bits of unyielding 3-star armor, it's not going to be easy. Getting the Talon's mutation as well on top of that, as well as Adrenal Reaction, and I can't even remember what the other one is. It's essentially a really, really, really long process, which is kind of a reason why I've not been making so many builds in this game, because the vast majority of the audience wants like high damage builds more than like role-playing just kind of for fun builds. So actually making something that people are searching for is incredibly difficult, because it's a different audience as to what previous games were. And in stuff like Skyrim or Fallout 4, I could console command in specific weapons and be like, oh, here's this specific weapon that you can get from this place, you can just make it there. Whereas in this game, it's more like, oh, hopefully you'll happen to get from a random drop, like an instigating or an unyielding combat armor chest piece, and unyielding combat armor arms and legs. So it's a nightmare. And Jeremy's still waiting for hunger. It takes ages. Like, I had speed demon, so I was just walking in a straight line. You can also use stuff like Radix and Radaway, I believe, speeds it up a bit. Axe says, don't get me, Unstoppable Monster is good, my gauntlet's just better, I didn't bother grabbing it. I'd advise grabbing it just to, if you're not going to use it, just to like sell at a ridiculous price. Because keep in mind, it's a limited edition item. It's only out for a week. So there will be people who will want it after the time's gone. So you could probably sell it for like 5k caps or something stupid. So I would recommend it. Even if you've got something better, just for that reason. Okay, let's run up to... I don't want to run up to the top just yet, actually. Because, no, there's no one else up at the top that I need to deal with right now. And we just need to actually kill mutants for the time being. So let's get them all dead, so they're not shooting up at us. There was another one, I'm not sure where it's gone. Let's get the safe key from up on the top there. And... okay, I don't see the final mutant. Just looks cool and it's good to have to collection. You never know, it might not come back. Well, that's why these weekly weapons can be buildable. Yeah, it's one part of it. If it was like guaranteed armor and stuff as well, it'd be a lot easier. And with the Purveyor, I was like, oh, maybe this will make it so I can make builds more regularly. But even with it being like a little bit more reliable, it's still quite tricky to do unless I've already got enough stuff that I can work with. Like, I've got one potentially for next week's weapon. I've identified a whole new location, which I might be able to do, but it's a pain. And on top of that, it's really time consuming and often doesn't reward back on the same amount of views. Like, I realised a while back that if I was just a build channel focused around level up, focused around Fallout 76, I would not be able to do this full time, like, at all. It just would not be viable. I don't need caps for other players on my piggy banks. I mean, yeah, I guess Legendary Script would be the only thing for you then, but still, I'd recommend getting it if you can. And Exclusive's got to go. Gonna make some brunch for work, then play some stuff. Oh well. Thank you very much for tuning into the stream. I'm now hungry. Okay, I'm gonna have a pizza after the stream is done. To be fair, I've been streaming for like almost 2 hours now, so it's fair that I'm feeling a bit peckish. Late game is not your character. Just do like early game and mid game, late game. Late game is not your character. Yeah, I could tell people what they need to do, but I'm not too sold on that. I did try like early level builds, which I made, but at the same time, I don't want to like just tell people, oh hey, you could do this and it'd be really cool, and then not be able to show them. Like, that's not something I'd be happy making. I just wouldn't feel comfortable with it. What is the next weapon? You have to wait till Tuesday and watch the video to find out. Now, it looks good. Not as strong as Unstoppable Monster, but it looks like a powerful shotgun. I will tell you that much. Yeah, it's quite a nice, powerful little shotgun, which I'm interested to try out, and I think might be quite strong. Parasite is great for hunger as well. Yeah. Just taking a psycho to make it go down quicker, dirty, dirty junkie. Yeah, I suppose drugs will make you hungry. Oh man, I've got to stop talking about food. I'm far too peckish now. That's it, just walk into a tree. The forest has like a surprising amount of just kind of empty space. Oh, hi there, ghouls. How are you today? There we go. Trying to actually use a few of my throwing knives just to vary up combat a tiny bit. What melee weapon is that? This one here. This is a cultist dagger that I'm using right now. It's nice and fast and stabby, pointy. It just goes chop, 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 chop. This is only a basic one. I unfortunately haven't found a legendary on this character. I think there's a Gauss rifle coming. Ooh, I have not heard about that, but there could be. I haven't seen like anything about any of the Survivor weekly weapons after next week. Oh, it's telling me to pass the buck. I don't care about that game. Grr. Okay, whilst that's happening, let's take a quick look, see what new perks we've got. Nocturnal Fortitude, not too worried about that. What have we got in strength that's new? Nothing. Perception, nothing. Okay, we got Wrecking Ball as a new one. And Light-Footed. Oh, that's only while sneaking. Okay, that's not quite as good as I thought it would be because I don't sneak very much. Okay, I'm not sure what perk I want to go for next, so I'm not going to worry about it straight away. Kim Sandberg starts mining wood for the crafting table. Just a cliff, just a cliff. You'll need a lot of wood for all your crafting stuff, like, just go in the forest, get all your wood, nice and easy if you're in need of that. And Alpaca says, I need a shotgun. Well, this one might be good for you. I will say it's not as obvious as the Unstoppable Monster was for being like an amazing weapon, but it looks like it might be quite a good one. So I'm quite looking forward to Tuesday, because it'll be fun to actually... Ooh, welcome mats. It'll be quite fun to actually have a weapon where I'll be able to do a bit more of an interesting review than just either it's rubbish or it's amazing, which has been what most of the reviews have been so far. Although my Nightlight one, I had so many people going, oh, you're not doing it right, gurdy gurdy gur. And none of them actually told me what the apparent right way was to review the weapon. But yeah, some people weren't happy with that particular one. And Deborah, morning. Morning, Deborah, welcome to the stream. Hope all is well. We are currently going around just stabbing stuff with the melee character. Axe says, I've got Twisted Muscles, Egghead Marsupial, Speed Demon, Plague Walker, Healing Factor Talons, Unstable Isotopes, and Electrically Charged. Oh, you got Marsupial. Are you missing any of the mutations, or is that all of them you've got now? Because that's a lot of mutations. You've not got Bird Bones. Oh, you're missing Bird Bones. Call yourself a mutant. Pff, don't even have Bird Bones. Oh, I'm only running on like 2 mutations, I think, on my main character. Which is Marsupial... No, I've got Marsupial, Speed Demon, and Healing Factor. Those are mutations I've got on my main one. Most of the others I'm not too fussed about. Like, a couple of them I'm sure would be good. But a lot of mutations are kind of quite good for builds, I suppose. Oh, Leader Bobblehead. Perfect. Let's take that straight away. because they kind of make you stronger in one aspect and weaker at like another counter aspect. So a lot of them are quite good for builds, like stuff like Twisted Muscles. And Tiny, hi Sarge, forgot you were streaming. That's alright, I just dropped in the water, that's not alright. Oh, that's alright, you've turned up now, ha ha ha, you've turned up as everything has gone crazy. This is not so good. Please don't fire another missile at me. There's someone around with a missile launcher and I'm not sure which one it is. Okay, I'm just taking my glowing meat steak. I'll just stab up the mutants a bunch. Let's go inside and... Okay, you... No! Actually connect the blows, please. Thank you. Okay. No, okay, there's one over that way, one over that way. Okay, you've just got to stand a gun. We can charge you. We can throwing knife you. I wish the throwing knives had like a tiny bit of stagger to them. So that would make them like better towards the late game. Because early game they're amazing. Ah, you're right there with your missile launcher. Put that thing away before you kill us both. You, oh, crazy thing. Okay, okay, I don't want the mutated Fern. I just wanted to take his weapons to scrap him down. Right. Axe has got bird bones as well. Oh, okay. It's so close now. Any minute now, and that weapon is mine. Whoop whoop. It's Kim's. Welcome to the stream, Kim. Yeah, you just had popped in here a few minutes ago. When does the Unstoppable Monster Challenge disappear? I'm downloading the game right now. It's very slow. It will disappear on Tuesday. So you have got a couple more days in which you can get it, but after Tuesday, boom, it's gone. Oh, Jeremy's just preparing to shank a rabbit. They need to add mutation combos that change your appearance. It would be cool if they changed appearance. I think it was Michael who straight away, when they saw about mutations, was asking like the devs and stuff if your appearance changes on mutation. But that would have been like a cool thing to include. Especially if it was like really, really obvious for someone who's stupidly mutated. Just like you can't hide it at all, which would be kind of cool. But no, sadly you just all look the same. Okay, man, a couple of ski swords. That's pretty good. And adrenal reaction. Man, adrenal reaction is a must-have. I don't have adrenal reaction. To be fair, I've got starch genes on the main one now. But a while back I was convinced that I was going to save up all the caps, buy all of the mutation recipes, and then just craft them and be able to like do it whenever. And I never did. Because it would have been so much time to do it. Like, these 4 mutations together make you a super mutant. Yeah, like, having something visible, especially seeing as, like, some of the initial trailers, which showed the marsupial mutation, had... Oh, something's just dropped down there. Showed you with, like, a tail and big ears and stuff. That was kind of quite cool. And it'd be nice if there was more of that in the game. Why do ghouls keep running away? Like, it's not helping you at all. Alright, a whole bunch more mutants. I've got everything except T-Mutations, Eagle Eyes, and Chameleon. I would laugh if you were so mutated with just a puddle of glowing goop. I have them all balancing each other out, and Class Freak pretty helps. Yeah, you can make like a proper mutant character with Class Freak and... What's the name of the other one? Oh, that's a lot of guns. Calm down, mutants. There's Class Freak and another one. Oh... It's the Charisma one, I can't remember. Just like positive bonuses if you're on a team. Yeah, you can have a really like strong team of mutants with those 2 perks. Okay, let's just... I think it might be Stimpack time. Because these mutants are not making it easy for me right now. Let's just try and deal with you. And you... Then I'm going to duck inside and hope this other one, yeah, will just pop over here. And now I can look this up, but maybe someone knows what time E3 starts on East Coast time. 5:30 Pacific. Yeah. I can't tell you East Coast time, I'm afraid. If you're talking about Bethesda E3, I know it's 1:30 in the morning for me. But I am terrible with American time zones. Because it turns out there's a lot of them. Who would have thought? I think it's anywhere between like 4 and 10 hours difference it can be from like the UK to America. Man, I hate time zones. Like, something I get really annoyed over. How much more or less is Eastern and Pacific? I think it's going to require a Google search, people. Google search is definitely the way to go. When it comes to time zones, especially with, like, clocks changing and all of that stuff. I'm not going to go on a rant. I am not going to go on a rant about time zones. But I totally could. And I often want to, because I hate them, and I hate the fact clocks change. Grr. And breathe. And search, please, game. Okay, there's not anything. Yeah, there is something in there. Yeah, trying to hide that diluted Stimpak from me. 3 hours difference from west to east coast, apparently. That doesn't seem like too much. I would have thought it'd be more than that. Jeremy's been playing Fallout 4 recently, never completed it and all the DLC, but it's so refreshing not to have to worry about hunger and disease. Seems so easy after playing 76. You say that, switch Fallout 4 into survival mode, and then really have to worry about it. Yeah, I find 76 pretty easy when it comes to hunger and disease, because I got used to playing Fallout 4 survival mode, where even like a little bit of hunger or thirst just started properly negatively affecting my character. Whereas in this game, you either get a positive buff for being very well fed, or only really get anything negative once you're practically about to starve to death. So I found this one quite easy. Burrito Boat, welcome to the stream as well. Didn't say welcome to you. I've been playing Fallout 4 too. I've been breaking the game with a Min-Nuke minigun. Are you using like a mod or something for crazy, crazy weapons? Okay, we got a whole bunch of stuff I can break down now. And, ooh, 2 ski... I don't need the ski swords. I was like, oh, ski swords, maybe I should keep hold of them, but no. It's really not going to be worth it. There we go. Instead, we do that, do that, do that. Perfect. Great, so 8:30 here. Warren says, Fallout 4 is brutal AF. Fallout 4 can be pretty nasty in places. Like, the one that always stood out to me is... oh, I can't remember the name of the location. But it's like one of the main cities you'll pass through, like, fairly early on in the game, that has a raider in a full set of raider power armor just standing on a bridge with a fat man, just waiting for you to walk by. And if you don't know about that place, it's so easy to just, like, if you're not being at all stealthy, just walk straight up there, not even see the guy, hear just... and then you're dead, and everything just explodes. Tony says, does anyone else get a glitch where they exit a workbench but the character is still using it? Hard to explain, but hopefully that makes sense. Kind of makes sense, but no. I'll have to agree with Burrito there. I'm not entirely sure what you're on about. I have it sometimes where my character, like, doesn't immediately leave, or kind of does the animation quite slowly, but that's about the closest thing I can think of to it. Okay, I'm picking up more and more steel, and I don't think I actually need it at this point. Right now, what I need to focus on is stabbing a whole bunch of mutants to death. Because I'd quite like to get just another level up, because where are we at right now? Yeah, we're a bit of a way through level 29. If we could hit level 30 on the stream, that'd probably be enough leveling for the character for, like, until for me to go back to just, like, standard Let's Play stuff, which would be pretty great. Because we've had, I think, a couple of level ups on stream, or at least 1.5, which is pretty good. So another one would be lovely. I forget there's lots of people high up on here. A lot of areas are quite difficult for the melee characters to deal with for the reasons. Hold up. Right now I'm in Fallout 76 and doing Uranium Fever. Isn't that event supposed to be good? It's quite good for legendaries normally. Not always. Sometimes it can be utterly worthless of them. But you'll have terminated management personnel on the premises. And then you just have to go and, ooh, someone's just left this stuff behind. And then you just have to go and kill some legendary mole miners that pop up during the event, which can be quite good for getting legendaries, although they often tend to be level 40 instead of level 50, so probably better for legendary script more than anything now. And Hunter, oh, I wasn't aware you were streaming, guess I got a bit of spotlight then. Yeah, you bought a bunch of stuff, I was like, hey, someone's actually bought it! And you were during the event, so yes, Hunter, welcome to the stream. Yeah, you have been featured in the stream. and people got to see your amazing explosive minigun, which just decimates everything. Just kind of low says, this is how Bethesda conference will go. It starts off with the lights going out, then Todd floats in and says Fallout 76 is going to have Battle Royale, and you're the beta testers, then the door locks. I hope it doesn't go like that. Like, oh, Kim Sandberg just subscribed, thank you for the subscription. Kado and I made an episode of the Pipcast just yesterday, actually, I think it was. Might have been the day before, I can't remember. Time keeps going forward and it's so confusing. Now, we made a little episode with our kind of E3 predictions, what we thought might happen, what we hoped would happen, and so on. Just a quick little episode. There's also a preview of it, I think, up on my Discord. Oh, you're there trying to kill me. That's not particularly nice, little super mutant. I was just trying to take some drugs here. Yeah, and we talked about what we'd like to see. What I'm thinking is they'll focus a bit more on using it to showcase, hey, the game's got a lot better since launch, for all the people who played at launch or just got their impressions of the game entirely from the launch, and then just assumed the game was never going to be worth playing. So my assumption is they'll try and focus on, hey, the game's got better and we keep releasing free content. And Alpacas for Day just subscribed, thank you for subscribing. Jeremy says, so strange my hungry is gone, but I'm not hungry. I'm not entirely sure what you mean. Warren says it's getting arena mode or something. I think there's something to go for there. Yeah, it looks like there's something combat-based coming. There's some combat-based voice lines. It's difficult to say for certain what it is, though. If you could have one thing added or changed about 76, what would it be? I mean, one thing is a bit generic, so difficult to say. I mean, just... that is really quite difficult to... pardon me, to limit it to one thing. And really say it on that. I mean... I suppose just... I was going to say more stable. The game's pretty stable right now. Like, I'm live streaming in an area that doesn't have a great internet connection. And we're not having, like, tons of lag or problems with that. So, the game's got to a point where it's not a nightmare to deal with that anymore, which it kind of was at launch. That was a bit of a pain. So, I feel stability is at least good enough to work out alright right now. Yeah, I can't answer that right now, I'm afraid. I don't really know. Will Todd Howard have the balls to make jokes about how glitchy Bethesda games are as he did last year? Probably. I imagine there will be jokes said. The question really is, it's about how they land. Because it's one thing having it be like, oh, the apocalypse came, and making a joke of it being the apocalypse being the launch of 76 or something like that. Amazing joke telling, I know. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how, not only how Fallout 76 is presented in the E3, but also how the audience reacts to it. Because it's... oh, I failed an event. Oh no. Because obviously, perceptions of the game were very negative at launch, and even nowadays it's got a lot of flack, and has plenty of people who aren't a fan of it. Why show me all of those quest games? I do not need to see all of those quests. The bugs. If I could have one thing changed about the game, just all of the bugs be gone at once. Makes things a lot easier for all the people trying to constantly fix the bugs. And, yeah, just improve some small things. Like, the bugs at this point aren't really game-breaking, but there's still plenty of, like, annoying small things, such as all of the quests popping up just there. Oh, you're not paying attention to me. Well, that was, like, oh, people on top of roofs, and that's really not good for me. Put burritos in. Tiny, I would keep world changes in camps permanent, even if not on the server. It would be nice if you could actually rebuild. That would be something pretty cool, if there was like a permanent rebuilding mechanic. Although something I'd like to see as the game progresses just throughout the months and years is the world evolving more than just adding in more events. Because we already see a bit of stuff like, oh, there's now sheep squatches in the world and stuff, and oh, there's this whole conspiracy we get to unlock. Oh, Jocho Ho, welcome, not welcome to the stream, but thank you for subscribing. But yeah, I'd like to see the players have a permanent impact on the world as time goes by. Like, imagine if we defeated Scorch Beasts and they were no longer in the game, except for in, like, one specific area. Or something crazy like that, where it's like, yeah, guess what? You guys killed 50 billion Scorch Beasts collectively. So now, the population has been dwindled so much that they're more of an endangered species and have suddenly become rare. And maybe the animal that gets killed the least or something suddenly starts coming up in higher numbers. I don't know, just stuff like that would be pretty cool. Less lag. Less lag is all good stuff. And Ace, hello, how are you? How could you start without me, little Sarge? We've been going for a couple hours, mate. I had to tell you this. It's been a while. I apologise. I let people know. I tweeted out. I even put it on my Facebook page. I posted in a few Discords I'd be streaming. I apologise. Deborah says, cannot keep camps permanent, too many builds in the same spot. Yeah, that would be the downside of having permanent camps. It would be a nightmare getting your camp actually into the right spot, and then you'd have to basically try and load into the same server each and every time, and that'd be a pain, because you'd have so many people trying to log into the same server. Yeah, there are very... Oi! I hear you, but I didn't know where you were. There's... Oh, no, my dagger broke. There's very sensible reasons as to why it's not a thing. Okay, let's switch over to a different weapon. We've got that one, or big smashy smash. And big smashy mash goes boom! And just flies them away. My tanky character's name is Garlic Bread. Interesting. Yes, I finally got it. Yay, thanks for the guide back, Company Sarge. Time to leave this selfish game mode. I hope you have lots of fun with the Unstoppable Monster. It's very, very enjoyable. And bye, Alpaca for Days. Good for having you in the stream for a little bit. That sounds too complex for Bethesda, to be honest. Here's the thing. It might sound a bit complex, and it would be for like an individual game mode. But seeing as they've said we want to stick with this for years to come, it's probably not going to be that difficult. Because as they keep getting better technology and stuff and can keep working on stuff and just make improvements, there's plenty they can do with the game to really change the face of it. And something like changing the enemies isn't too difficult to do. You can just remove a whole bunch of spawns and just lower the frequency of them a fair bit. If I was like, oh, I want them to change the entire map or something, that's quite a large undertaking, would take a lot more time. It's like adding new locations can be a bit of a pain, but just reducing, switching around enemy spawns a bit, that's something I could see as potentially happening, and being somewhat realistic. Hello, Mr. Fuzzy. Okay. Clandox, not saying permanent camps will be practical, it's just something I would like to see. Yeah. And Warren's just got his Unstoppable Monster as well. Nice. Yeah, people really getting it now. Jeremy said, would be good about the raids things or group finder would be good. Yeah. I suppose, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I do in, like, Discord or through having a community, where if I need a team, I can just be like, hey, people in my Discord, anyone want to group up for this time? And there's pretty much always someone playing, and often there'll be someone on PC, and a lot of the time, people who I've already played and talked to and know through the Discord. So for me as a content creator, getting a team together isn't the hardest thing in the world. But if you're just playing the game on your own, and you don't have access to an entire community, and aren't already in like a whole bunch of different Discords and haven't like kind of made a name for yourself, I suppose, it can be a right pain trying to find people to play with. And you can go into like area chat and talk to people through there, but having some way where you can just be like, oh hi, anyone around wants to do it as like a global text chat thing, that'd be quite good. Although I wouldn't want it there to be an actual global text chat, because that is just asking for trouble. I feel like that can make horrible, horrible things happen. Although the community is quite good, so it probably wouldn't be too terrible. And Tiny says, I can't get Unstoppable Monster because of my lack of mutation. Just stand in irradiated water without starch genes on, and you will get mutated. Burrito Boat says, I'll play with someone. Yeah, and that's the thing as well, you can tune into live streams, and there's a good chance other people watching will play the game. There are always ways to get a team together, but it is often outside of a game. So basically, anything you would normally do outside of a game, which can be put into the game, is a bonus. Like sharing photos. Like, I'd love it if I could put photos up in my camp that I took. Pardon me. That would be pretty awesome. As it is, though, I can't. And if I want to share photos, I do it over Twitter or Discord. And I've got a whole bunch of really cool photos I'd love for more people to see. But I just don't, because I can't put it in my camp where people will actually go to, because there's no player bending. Tons of cool stuff. Yeah. I'd say one of the best things about this game is the fact that they can keep on implementing stuff into it. Because it does mean it just keeps on improving, which is cool. Maybe zone chats. Yeah, just like a text chat thingy. One sec. My chair's really uncomfortable now. I've got like a cushion I sit on, and it's been really flattened over the past couple of days, or I've been sat down for so long. I'm not going to bother with Swarm of Suitors. It's a right pain with this character to kill all of those things. Although, have I got 5 agility? Yeah, I've got 5 agility, so we may as well do pass the buck, seeing as we're in the right area. Burrito says, I got 4 out of 5 challenges for Unstoppable Monster, but it took a really long time to get 1 mutation. Yeah, then I got it. Then I got 5 mutations. Wow. It's like buses. You either get none or all of them at once. Here we go. Deborah says, Facebook, Fallout 76 Survivors, Xboxes, people looking for teams. Yeah, Facebook groups as well. Will often be quite good. That's the thing. There's definitely ways you can get it. And 10 ways to be a safe archer. Oh. Ow. Bad little goal. Yeah, it's definitely not like the worst concern in the world, because there is enough social platforms out there that people can definitely get a group together. Tiny says, just got off Fallout 4 and keep on trying to quick save in 76, very annoying. I've done that a lot. You are far from the only person to do that, do not worry. It's so nice being able to quick save. To be fair, I'm only playing like a survival mode in Fallout 4 right now with roguelike, so I don't do it too much. But there's been times where I've done like a cinematic stuff, and that has me quick saving and manual saving a lot. And obviously, then I try and do it in just a whole number of other games I play that don't have quick save. Actually, most of the games I play nowadays don't have a quick save functionality, because it's like either not possible or just doesn't work with how the game's supposed to be played. Oh, I like the way the things they had are free. We should be happy about that. I hate having to buy DLC. Yeah, the game is getting like so many free updates. That is just really, really cool. Like, I play the other kind of shared world game I play is Destiny 2, which I quite enjoy. But that, you have to like really cash out if you want all the updates. So I'm still just playing like base game stuff, although there's more stuff coming to that now according to recent E3 talks and stuff, but that's a whole other topic. So the fact that you can jump into this game, buy the standard edition, which is now apparently really quite cheap, and just play everything and have so many free updates is really cool. And for that reason, I do kind of hope they focus on that side of it during E3. Because if they can be like, oh yeah, here's this game, it's got so much better than it was before, and... Okay, let's kill that ghoul before it gets in the way. And there's constantly free updates coming to the game. That'll probably incentivise a fair few people to actually pick it up. Because you just do the one-time purchase, and voila! Content for days. Especially seeing as there's normally new stuff every week or two. That's been pretty amazing. Is there any good place to get a lot of junk all at once? Junk extractors? Deborah's got to go shopping for food. Bye. Farewell, Deborah. Thank you for tuning into the stream again. It's been nice having you here. I get food shopping delivered. Yeah, fancy living the high life I am. And I've got my food coming tomorrow, and I cannot wait. Like, I've ordered cheese for the first time in so long, and I am just, oh man, cannot wait. Oh, cheese. I try and eat somewhat healthy nowadays, but I also eat, like, as poor as possible. Oh, damn, the event started. I didn't want that, because now, yeah, there's a Mirelurk Queen going to show up. That's going to be a right pain. Especially seeing as I need to run over that way. Okay, we might actually be able to avoid her. This probably isn't the end of the world. I just want to see if that recipe is something I need. Okay, I don't think it is. I do hear scuttling, though. How did you skip the quest for Halen? Is this Fallout 4? If so, what quest? And I'm completely lost. I apologise. Stop, you violated the law. Time to go shopping for food. Is there any good place to get... Oh, I answered that. I'm reading things in the wrong order. Did you get yourself an Ass Ultron's Blade? Yeah, this is my Ultron's Blade. I think it's Hunter's Ultron Blade? It's like the only legendary I think I've got. Oh no, I've got Black Diamond as well. Yeah. Hunters and reflects damage whilst blocking. So it's reasonable to use. What's the difference between the Assaultron circuit board and Recall circuit board for encrypted? The Assaultron circuit board is just junk. The Recall circuit board is an actual quest item to start the encrypted event. And Assaultron circuit board, I believe, is a component for crafting the thing you need. Oh no, because it's the Recall circuit board. It's all a bit complicated. Okay. There we go. Pass for Buck is completed. It's a daily done. It's all good. A whole bunch of Mirelurks killed. It should be reasonable XP we're getting here. Any fancy rewards? Oh, a single action revolver. That's just scrap. It's literally just going to be scrapped. And okay, do you see over there? Hold up, let's get out these binoculars. Let's take a look. Mirelurk Queen. Just chilling. Look at that. Nobody's helping it and killing it or anything. Ah. Okay. Jeremy says, I'm off for a run, peeps. Take care all. Thanks for the guides and streams, man. Hopefully you have me so we can do some shit on the games. Would be... Oh, I didn't swear. Would be fun to take it easy, my do peace. Ciao. Thanks for tuning in for the stream. And Sondia just said, I just randomly started the Nuka Shine quest last night. Worth it, you think? Yeah, definitely do Nuka Shine. It's a lot of fun. You get the fermenter. Should we nuke this planet? According to Fallout, it's going to happen. Tiny, how do I start the leader of the pack event? Just go to the location and it should start. Man, I'm still trying to get all the booze recipes. Yeah, I think I'm short on like 2 or something. I'm just not properly worried about it. Roguelite where you promoted to Knight and not Initiate. I was. I went over to Paladin Dance and you get inducted kind of into the Brotherhood, and then I just went and immediately went to the Vertibird thingy, because I'd already done, whatchamacallit, Fort Defiance and killed Kellogg. That's all you need to do to get into the Brotherhood and become, like, a knight. But that's literally it. There's 2 requirements. You need to do the dance quest and kill Kellogg. That's it. And Richard, hello Sarge, glad to see Beatrix finally found the Brotherhood of Steel. It was quite nice that she got there. Burrito says, what server are you guys on? This one. The one where currently Swarm of Suitors, Guided Meditation, and Defend Poseidon is active. What's that machete? I don't have a machete. This is the Ski Sword, or Black Diamond. I've got a Hunter's Ultron Blade and Skullcrusher Deathkill, which is my sledgehammer. I make so much Nuka that it isn't even funny. My build relies on alcohol. I'm always drunk. I kind of wanted to do a drunk build. It seems kind of fun, but I just haven't worried about it. You got promoted to Knight twice, folks. No, Paladin Dance says he's going to sponsor your promotion to Knight, but you're not actually promoted to Knight until you get to the location. Because before that, it's kind of like, oh, I'm on fire, I ran out of action points, should not have sprinted here. It's like, oh, I want to get you to Knight, but it's not official until we get to the Brotherhood of Steel. And then you get to the Brotherhood of Steel and it's actually official, as opposed to it just being like, we want this to happen. Okay, I've taken way too much damage there. Let's get a stim back in me. And, jump. Chop. No, don't! Stop blocking! Thank you. Yeah, the first time they talk about you being promoted, you're not actually promoted. He just wants to get you promoted. Okay, that's it. Stop being defensive, Super Mutant. You're causing way too much stagger. Okay, and you just get... Oi! Mutants are way too good at blocking. Okay, Let's just run in here and hide. The only one that seems to work. Okay, you did Kellogg first. Yeah, I did Kellogg first. Yeah, that's... Otherwise the Brotherhood of Steel doesn't show up, and you have to just kind of kill Kellogg regardless. Like, there's like half a dozen specific quest triggers in the game that you can kind of mess around a bit with the order to change the events that things happen and skip over a whole bunch of stuff. Level 30 super sledge, cool. Oi, 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 oi! I can't even see... Oh, there you are. I wanna... Ow, you... Oh, there's two of you, that's why. I was gonna say, you're doing a fair bit of damage with some nasty automatic weapons. I was not appreciative of that. Just never seen Dance give rank of knight. I thought it was a mod. No, you just do it in the... I suppose the opposite order to how you normally do it. Yeah, but that's why I initially went to Fort Defiance before I went to the Brotherhood. Otherwise there's a lot of backtracking. Admittedly, I tried to then go to the Pridwin, where one of the guards is supposed to say, oh, if you want to join, head over and talk to Paladin Dance at this place. They are in need of help. Which is why I went there, and then wasn't sure what to do because that didn't happen. Nukeshine really likes to take me to an Alice in Wonderland style place. Google. 100% Fallout 76 lends itself to a melee build. You have to clear too many areas over and over. Problem would be with Scorched Queen. Yeah, there's like a lot of the day-to-day playing of 76 works really well with melee, but then when you come up against like a Scorched Beast, it can be a bit of a pain when you're melee only. You can do Halen's quest and skip Kellogg, I think. The Brotherhood doesn't show up unless you make your way through Fort Defiance. The trigger actually is unlocking the door with the terminal at the top of Fort Defiance. I know this because on my cinematic character, for the bit where I was showing off the Pridwin as it was flying by, I had to get that event to trigger, but I didn't want to have to go through like the entire basically story. So I worked out where the trigger for the Pridwin occurring was, and it triggers by opening that door with the terminal at the top of Fort Defiance so you can get back out. So you do that, and then it's just like, yeah, sweet, everything's happened, it's all fine. Here we go. Anyone know where I can get stable fluorescent flux? You get the raw flux from nuke zones, and you kill enemies for stuff like glowing mass and high radiation fluids and hardened mass, and then you have to craft it. Richard says, just use a switchblade on them, don't worry, it'll all be fine. I don't have a switchblade. Axe says, I've killed the Scorched Queen on my unarmed build. Yeah, you can definitely do it, and it's still quite powerful, but obviously all the time... Oh, we're in a bit of a standoff. There's all the time you can't do damage whilst they're flying around. It's like, I often would play with Kado, and we do, like, Scorched Beast Queen runs, and I'd be shooting the Scorched Beast in the air and doing, like, small amounts of damage, but constantly, and Kado would just be kind of wandering about waiting for the Queen to land. Tiny says, Fort Hagen, not Defiance. Oh yeah, it's Fort Hagen, sorry. Yeah, Fort Hagen, not Defiance. There's like 2 forts with links to the Brotherhood and 76 and then this. Yeah, Fort Hagen, not Fort Defiance. Well done. It's on me. Okay, let's have a couple of Nuka-Colas. Perfect. Hold up. What have I missed there? Warren says, so is there no way to skip Kellogg while never knew that? No, there doesn't appear to be. Like, I tried it for ages, but I believe in the speed run there's a way you can glitch yourself to the end, but without going like proper weird, messed up glitchy, you can't skip over him as far as I know. And I have looked into it quite extensively. Yeah, once you go through the roof, it triggers the storyline. Yeah. Because that's basically the end of Act 1, is Kellogg dies and the Brotherhood shows up. Then it's a case of kind of choosing your initial faction, heading to the Institute, which loads up, like, Part 3, and then making the final decision of which faction you're going to side with and which one will rule the Commonwealth. They fly a lot more now. Rich says, lol, I have a few friends like that. Warriors Fallout 385729. I know, I think it was during like the premiere of the Pipcast the other day, there were some people asking or saying that they'd like to see... Oh, hello, Mist Mutant. Like to see Fallout 5 at E3 this year. Which I personally really wouldn't like to see, because that would be way too soon. Yeah, I've seen lots of people like going, oh, when's our next Fallout game? Because, especially people who didn't like 76. They were just like, oh, I want a new Fallout game now, please. I want it to be one that's good and amazing and made in like under a year. Stop drinking water. I'm not drinking water. I'm drinking alcohol. Thank you very much. Okay, chop, chop, chop. I wanna scratch my mustache. Stupid goal. There we go. Google. Actually, we just started Fallout 76 this week. Level 15, working on basic good weapons and food/water supplies. Events are very hard by yourself, though. Nobody else low level like me. Yeah, once you've leveled up a bit, it'll obviously get a bit easier. But for the time being, just sticking to, like, initial areas. Like, actually, the place I'm at right now, Eastern Regional Penitentiary, here on the map, I find it is quite good for leveling up early on. There's also an event that can spawn in here, which is pretty decent to have, which is just tons of enemies flowing in. Do I have to be certain level to start leader of a pack? No, it just needs to show up on the map. Like server hopping, if it isn't showing up, server hopping would be the best way to deal with it. Because it is kind of just randomly it will show up. I think all the events are on like timers. So if the event happened recently and was completed within like the past hour or so, it's not going to show up again for a little while. Let's just chop through here. Someone just slammed the door downstairs. My entire room just shook a little bit. So, oh, apologies if that was loud on the mic. I don't know if it will be. Fallout 5, where is the location? Obviously, Fallout 5 is going to be in my hometown of Hastings. Because that's where I want it to be, so that's definitely where it's going to be. Yeah. No, I don't know. This kind of thing, I often do get asked, like, oh, where would you like the next Fallout game to be? I've got no idea, because it's probably going to be in America. And I don't know America. Like, I've never been to America. I do not know the area at all. So I am not the right person to work out where it would be. Sarge must be high now. Yes. I have drunk so much alcohol that it is 4:20 time. Actually, it's 3:53 right now. It's not far off of 4:20. Just took some damage there. Perfectly normal. It could be glitching tiny. It's happened to me several times. I was about to ask where the purveyor is when I walked into his shop. Deep south of America. Has there been a Fallout? No, it's all been in the north, hasn't it? Because, yeah, it's just switched between the two coasts. So, yeah, it would be interesting to see, like, what the south is. I suppose there'd be more focus on, like, biomes. Biomes? I'm not even sure how to pronounce it. You know what I'm on about, right? Like, more swampy land. Stuff similar to the Maya, I suppose, would be a little bit more heavily featured, from what I know of some of the south. We could have a bit more of that. Maybe a little less industrial in places, but obviously still plenty of cities and stuff. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know America well enough to give a really good one. Fallout 5, Skyrim 2 Elixir Edition. We've done east-west, now we go south. Yeah. Tiny. Do the hanging metal cans affect stealth in the game? It would be a cool little detail. I mean, if you bump into them, they make noise and people know about it. Ooh, puncturing sledgehammer. Fancy. Actually, how does that shape up? 136, 129. Ah, puncturing is not as good. So what's the next roguelike character? Next roguelike character will be Rachel. That is turning up on Saturday. She is the sniper. So lots of shooting people in the head. Yeah, I have already recorded and edited episode 1, and Ilzip just subscribed. That is good to see. I can hear a ghoul somewhere. Ah, there! They were there. That's where they were. There's another one. Perfect. Yeah, Rachel's the next one up. She is Snipey. South Carolina here. Alabama apparently already has ghouls. Excellent. Alright. I know there's often the question of, if a Fallout game happened somewhere else in the world, where would you like it to be? And the standard answer to that always tends to be China, because it was like America versus China in the big old war that set all the nukes off. But I would kind of like to see maybe some spin-off games, probably not straight away, but in the future, that go to different locations. And Richard says, woohoo, love sniper builds. It's good to hear. She's like a real proper sniper build as well. Like, the other characters had, like, I think a tiny bit of, like, the odd perk here and there, which is a bit customizable and just themed. She's like hardcore sniper. I'm just gonna click my back quickly, because it's all broken and dying. Okay. I feel like I should at least try for 3 hours on this stream. But I am... Oh, you were not paying attention. But I am starting to get really quite hungry. So I'm wondering how much longer I can actually stream for before my stomach takes over on the commentary. Fallout Alabama would be exactly like Point Lookout, apparently. And Jaden, welcome to the stream, says Australia. Is there any reference to Australia in, like, the Fallout canon so far? Because I don't know of any reference. So I'm not sure if we know anything of what's happened there. Like how heavily it's been nuked or anything like that. Burrito got a 2-star gamma gun. Yeah. The gamma gun kind of sucks in this game. When so many of the enemies are either immune to radiation or get healed from it or something like that, it's just like, no, why would I want a gamma gun? Although, I've not tried it in PvP. I've heard it's good. I haven't actually tested it out. But I heard apparently it is quite good for PvP. So it might be worth a shot there. Axe says, Australia is already terrifying enough with all the killer critters over there. Can only imagine what radiation would do. Yeah, like, you'd basically get Skyrim Frostbite spiders, just probably worse. So they could have a lot of fun with the creatures in an Australian one. Just don't know what any of the lore stuff would be like. Oh, you... Can I... Oh, come on, let me... Third person. There we go. Pro tip, you jump higher in third person. That's just like a thing. Let's drop down here. Oh, someone just... Ow! My chest piece is broken. Okay, let's try and just kill everything. You were facing the wrong way. That wasn't very smart of you. There we go. Mutant Hound. Pop in. Look at this. Halfway through level 29. That's not too bad at all. Oh, ribeye steak as well. That's nice. Okay, you. Perfect. Decided to jump down here. One. Perfect. Okay, now we've got people really high up who are a pain to deal with when you're just using melee. Oh, but I got the Yeah, the throwing knives aren't dealing enough damage now. Have they been nerfed or something? Because it feels like they're not only not dealing much damage, but dealing even less damage than I was used to. They're good for PvP. Hungry, have some Nuka-Cola and more at chunks, you'll be just fine. It's IRL hungry I'm in. Like, my gaming character eats so much better than I do. I feel kind of jealous at points. It's like, oh yeah, you're just having a nice meat steak, are you? Well, I'll just have... I had, for like my breakfast/lunch today, just rice and vegetables. That was it. I was just like, oh, yay, what a fun and exciting meal I'm having here. And the character has like a fancy steak or something, and just washed it down with a couple of bottles of Nuka-Cola. To be fair, I am drinking beer right now whilst technically working at my job, so I probably shouldn't complain too much. What if you kill the purveyor? You cannot kill... I'm pretty certain you cannot kill the purveyor, so it's all fine. Yeah, imagine the spiders over in Australia being giant. It'd be fun. I'd be all down for that. Okay, I didn't even want that last bit, but that's all good. Oh man, we got another one over there. All these towers are a bit annoying. Radium Rifle's also good in PvP. Yeah, that's another thing as well. Instead of a gamma gun, Radium Rifle might be an even better shout. Because then it's a little more versatile, if nothing else. Okay. Oh, no! What? No! Oh, I did not mean to press that. Okay, that was not so good. I'm quite glad I didn't die then. And someone's trying to get me to join a team. The random team invites. I don't get why people do that so much. Like, they're just being hopeful. It's like, oh, maybe someone in the server will join a team. I'm pretty sure they send it out to, like, everyone in the server. Just to see if anyone's willing to... not even take the bait, just come and help out. Ooh, chainsaw jewel bar. I'll actually pick that up in case I get a chainsaw at some point. Because I'm not sure chainsaws can be legendary. But it'd still be a fun weapon to use, just from now and again. Okay, let's just try and... oh, step out of the fire. Let's try and get up there and kill that guy. Because then, once he's all dead, we can actually do a tiny bit of crafting and repairing and... oh. Okay, apparently that power armor set is now going to be one of mine. So I'm now going to get a bonus set of power armor that I don't think I need. Alright, area's cleared. All good. Let's take a couple of bits of junk and get ready to repair the weapon. Warren says they want free TP. Are you talking about free to play or free toilet paper? And who wants what in what? I honestly have no idea what you're on about right now, I'm afraid. Okay, let's head over here. We've got bladed tire iron. I'm not too fussed about that. Alright, let's... our power armor will be recording. Yeah, it's about to give me a new set of power armor that I probably don't want. I suppose it's only going to be 10 carry weight. Yep, power armor has been recalled to your inventory. Okay, fair enough, game. Fair enough. Yep, got myself a power armor chassis. Alright. Okay, let's now repair weapons and armor. Free teleport. Yes, the NES player, welcome to the stream. Free teleporting. Definitely got to be the answer there. Right, let's repair that one up. And repair armor, because our chest piece broke. Which is not a good sign. That's, yeah, quite a bit of... yeah, well, let's repair a fair few of these, because... man, I definitely need some better armor. But I never get better armor in this game. Like, weapons drop all of the time. But as for getting armor, that's a real pain to get your hands on. Okay, anywhere else we should go for in this stream? Honestly not sure. And Barisha's found a Gauss rifle. Ah, enjoy. If you find a legendary one, even better. I was selling antibiotics? Really? That's good to know. Free toilet paper would be awesome. I mean, everyone would love free toilet paper. It's one of those things that you have to buy just all the time, basically. Because it always gets used. Always, regardless. It's like, and it's just constant drain on your finances. Look at this. People are actually buying stuff from me. This is perfect. And also just finishing my beer here. There we go. And now, switch over to water. Stay hydrated. Because I cannot get wasted today. Because I have a conference I need to pay attention to. Alright, is there anywhere in the Toxic Valley that is worth me exploring right now? Like, maybe we just head south, go down to Morgantown Airport, kill some basic enemies, have just like a nice simple end to the stream, just nice easy stuff to kill, and then after that, probably end it. Yeah. If we go for like another half hour or so, that'll be like 3 hours. 3 hours of stream? Yeah, 3 hours of streaming. I'd say that's a decent amount. Plenty to go on. We'll be, if we won't have hit level 30, we'll at least be close to it. So not the end of the world. And then that gives me, really, damage bug? It's twice in the stream we've shown up now. Yeah, then that'll give me plenty of time to just prepare for the conference, have some food. I'm probably going to take a nap as well. Because, yeah. Because I'll be up really late. It's a nice bit of napping. All fun, good stuff. I'm just going to quickly as well. Apologies for this. I'm tabbing out. Okay, but it's all good. just checking stream settings and stuff. Because, okay, I'm going to actually double check something. I had problems last time I streamed where the chat for like 20 minutes refused to update and just change anything, and I clicked on it and I was like messing about and nothing happened. And eventually it just went back, and it was like people had been talking and I just ignored all the messages, and I felt really bad. Rich says, be safe all, maybe I'll see you in the wasteland. Ah, you're heading off. Ciao then, Richard. If that's a bug, I never wanted to leave the game. Yeah, if you like attack a Scorched who just aren't doing anything and are still in like the hidden pose, they'll often just seemingly just go boom and have a bit of a fancy thing. Breach says, my birthday is in 11 days. Anyone know any good Fallout merch? My mum is telling me to tell her what I want. No idea. I do have... You can... Behind my head, somewhere back there, there is a, like, dog meat bobblehead thing? I can't remember what... Funko Pop that my sister got me a while back. It's still in the box and everything, though, which is kind of nice. I'm not a big merch guy, unfortunately, myself, so I cannot advise. I'm sure there's people in chat who like merchandise and stuff, though. Okay, lead scrap we don't need. Oh! There we go. Let's kill you. Let's kill you. I think I'm going to pop inside Morgantown Airport, because I don't think I've been inside since they changed how it all functions and looks in there now. So it'd be nice to have a little wander around and see what the place is actually like now, because I don't know what the changes are. And also keeping my eyes peeled, because I thought there was another Scorched just around the corner here, but I guess not. Man, a lot of it seems blocked off too. Well, all of these doors always... I swear all these doors weren't blocked off. I feel like there were more entrances. Okay, let's kill the Scorched out front first. You... Yeah, get chopped. J Scrolls, how's she going? Hello, J Scrolls. We are actually playing the Melee Madness character today, as part of the Melee thing, and he's doing alright. He's chopping up stuff. We're about to see the inside of Morgantown Airport here. Homerville Tech University. Because I haven't been to this place since they changed it, so I'm interested to see what it looks like now. I doubt there'll be any major changes, but apparently it's just like a bit different. It was already a fairly cool place. Oh, yeah! This is a lot different. This is a lot different. Like, the place was... trying to think of the stream-friendly way to say it. The place was really run down last time I came here, which was like when the game first came out. Now, it looks kind of nice and fancy, and there's a basement? Man, this area's cool now! Like, this is pretty sweet. Man, I should have come here before. Yeah, they've made this place a lot cooler. Man, well done, guys. See, this is what I was talking about with them, like, changing things in the game. They can just do that. And on this, it's definitely been a positive. 'Cause this is... I don't think there was a basement before. There could have been. But I certainly didn't know about it. And this is pretty damn sweet. Because, yeah, I haven't started a new character since that, and... it's mostly what you... You mostly only come here if you're, like, a new character trying to find stuff. So, oh man, this is pretty damn cool. Sorry, I ignored the chat for a second there. Oh well, this guy made handmade Fallout magazines. Well, that's quite cool. Jaden says, have you been into the top area of the airport for the quest? Top area... Yes? Do you mean with the robot? Are you talking about? Because there's a lot of quests around Morgantown Airport you could be talking about now. But my main character is like level 190 something, so yes, I've done like all of the quests and stuff. J Squad says they changed it, eh? Let's have a gander. Yeah, it's quite cool looking. now compared to... Oh, hold up. I need to actually pay attention to what's going on here. Oh, it's not desk. It's not desk. What? Man, I don't like hacking whilst recording or live streaming. Because I'm fine at the minigame, but I think it's one of the most boring things I can do, like, in a stream. And I feel bad for it. I've also done the duds and the retries the opposite way around. Which I've been told before is definitely the way you should do it, because then you get a tries reset. And I haven't got a tries reset this time. At all, so I'm not even going to bother with that, actually. Just going to do it again. Yeah, the interior for Morgantown Airport got changed. Like, it wasn't even something where people were like, oh, this needs to be different. We just changed it, and it's a lot better now. It's pretty cool. Okay, Maul has 1, Duke has 0. It could be Pain, but... Okay, let's just play it safe. Let's play it safe and spam. Because I want to... Just let me in. Just let me in. Oh, apparently I need to defend Billings Homestead. Okay, let's... I apologise. I really hate hacking. Like, if I was doing this outside of a live stream, I'd probably be inside right now and it'd all be fine. As it is, the fact that I'm live streaming makes me go, just go for it really quickly. Just don't worry about thinking about it. Just do it really fast. Just do it really fast. It'll be fine. Okay, Kill had 1. Oh, that had 1, sorry, so it could be Belt. Belt had 2. And that had 1. So, that and Belt, that doesn't work. Belt, no. 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 Belt, that. Colt! There we go. See, think about it and it's easy. There we go. Door is open. And obviously, I don't know what is behind here. More stairs upwards into... Oh. Nice little storage room. Yeah, this place looks a lot different from when the game first came out. When the game first came out, it was really, really just a boring kind of interior. Jay Scott says, I'm absolutely garbage at hacking, so it's comforting seeing you have a difficult time. Yeah, it's one of those things, but if you just take your time, go for it letter by letter, work it out nice and slowly, then it's perfectly fine. But as soon as you just go, oh, I just like zoom through it, blah, 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 it just never goes well. So I just need to remind myself that even whilst I'm streaming, I should just take it slow, and then it works fine. But I don't do that, because I'm like, nah, let's just zoom through it all. Yeah. I'm really liking what they've done with Morgantown Airport. This is pretty cool. Ooh, yeah, this place just looks cooler. Because, believe it or not, it's a lot less run down than it was. We've got little trading post signs, and I think just more than anything, the coat of paint has really done it a world of good. Just having the blue paint on the wall, because I'm pretty sure it was all like grey. Oh! The metal detector works. That is pretty sweet. And then, okay, it's a busted up lift. Is there... Oh, ID card reader. There's an ID... Man, this has changed a lot. Since when is there an ID card reader there? That is really not something I'm used to. Okay, so, yeah, this is... I mean, bathrooms are fairly generic for any bathroom, I guess. But yeah, this is nice. I wish I'd gone back here. I should probably make a cinematic in here at some point. Just like get some nice cinematic footage of it. That would make sense and be a smart thing to do. Let's also take some of this stuff. Lovely, lovely. Nope, nothing searched from it. Okay, I really want to find an ID card now. Because there's an ID card reader there. And I should probably have the right ID card for it, I reckon. Although this is the melee character who hasn't done a ton of quests, so maybe it's something later on. There's also someone shooting at me. So there's got to be more places I haven't been to in here yet, which I can actually get to. I'm just getting a bit lost and a bit turned around. So, oi, stop shooting at me. Okay, training post we know about. I'm also not quite sure how big this place is, because... Hey! Yeah! I haven't been to this part yet. I think they've made the interior quite a bit larger than it was. It definitely wasn't this big before. Planok says, after having a long and hard think about it, I changed my mind about what I would change in Fallout 76. I think all static perks, lockpick, hacker, crafting should always be active and not occupy a slot. That is quite a popular one, and I'd have to agree with that. It's annoying having to put hacker on just to hack a single door, then take it off because you don't want to waste it on a passive perk. Yeah. It's a bit annoying. Oh, hello, Responder Corpse. Okay, no, I want to read the note. Be quiet, we don't know we're in here. Are we all that's left? I think so. What do we do? They'll leave eventually, right? We could be in here for days. What other options do we have? We're screwed no matter what. I'll distract them long enough for you to escape. Just give it some time. I'm doing this, be ready. Please, no, no. Why was that written down on a note? That feels weird. Jaden says, yeah, I couldn't find the ID card. And Pack Joe, hello, welcome to the stream. Okay. Yeah, I've not heard about the ID card at all. Which is a bit odd. Because I heard about, like, how the place looked different and the interior had changed. But I didn't hear anyone talk about an ID card. Which is slightly annoying. There's also a jail cell down here. What's going on with all this? And I don't think I've been through there either. I see buzzing, so I'm guessing I've been through there and killed stuff. Man, this is a lot different than it was before. I definitely approve of this. Oh, and yeah, that's the ID card reader. So you used to just walk upstairs, and then you had like no, because you have the quest stuff start there. I wonder if it'd be a bit annoying if this was the case, but I wonder if we can't get upstairs because we started afterwards. Jaden, did you start like a new character for the and go through this location, or was it a case of you came here with a character who had already done the main quest stuff in this location? So I wonder if it's literally a case of not being able to get here simply because okay, something's shooting at me. Simply because we've already done the quest. Jordan, what are your thoughts on Fallout 76 potentially adding Battle Royale? I've already said this earlier in the stream. Like, first off is the obvious thing of, for anyone who does think, oh, it's definitely going to happen, it's not definitely going to happen, it could happen. I don't think it's a smart idea. I've listened to, like, the audio recordings and stuff that have occurred, and it's definitely not guaranteed or anything. But it doesn't seem like a worthwhile thing for them to add. That's an ID card reader as well. Let's fast travel back to here, because I can't actually find my way back out. Yeah, I don't think they should add a Battle Royale. I am fine with Battle Royales, but it's not something that would suit the game, and it would just lead to more bad press for it, which the game really doesn't need. And Kenny Loggins says, hi, fun stream, and you just missed the ID card. Where? Where was it? Where was it? Oh... Don't tell me I was like staring straight at it. Welcome to the stream, and welcome to the stream back, Pack Joe and Grizzly Bet. Wow, we got a whole bunch of people turning up. I pretty much just came here when I started. Okay, Pack Joe, is Fallout 76 a good game to get? Depends what you're after. If you've got people to play with, definitely. But really, it's like an action-adventure RPG in a shared world, with more of a focus on the action-adventure side than the RPG side. It's kind of a difficult one to recommend without knowing what people want from the game, because it's not like previous Fallout games. Like it controls and plays the same way as Fallout 4, but it's much more focused around just like kind of like exploring the world, having fun, just killing stuff, and going through events and things, going for loot and stuff. The body with the note in her hand. Okay. Pretty much just came out when I started. Okay, body with note in hand. Let's take a look. Was it the one I read the note from? Was that going to be it? And... oh, Quantum! Oh, man. I'm now glad I did fast travel out, because I missed out on a Quantum. Okay, so this place... how did I not get back here? This area is so much bigger than it used to be. Okay, thanks. No worries. Yeah. Obviously, if you want an idea of what the game is like, I've got plenty of footage on my channel, plenty of other people have got footage on their channels, etc, etc. Lots of people have lots of footage. Can I? No, I can't jump up through there. Jordan says, what's your favourite piece of lore from the Fallout universe? Okay, I can't remember which number vault it is, but the one where they had to vote in different people to go in and be executed, but they also got done as, whatchamacallit, overseer on top of that. That's my favourite one. But I think that's partially because I also watched a horror, kind of sci-fi horror movie based around that same premise where people were voting for who was going to die, and it was an awesome movie. I actually ended up tweeting out about how amazing it was, and one of the actors was like, yeah, I think it's really good too, but I'm a bit biased on that. Which is quite cool. Tiny says, that's a hard question as the lore as a whole really makes the game. Yeah, like, there's not too many pieces of individual lore. Oh, that's actually something which is, it's a bit difficult to define what individual lore is, because you could go like, oh yeah, the Brotherhood of Steel, but that's a whole bunch of lore around a faction. And that is something that's really cool, having like, kind of the whole medieval knight thing pop in like a future sci-fi post-apocalyptic way. Okay. And isn't that one Fallout 3? Was it Fallout 3? It was either Fallout 3 or New Vegas which had that vault. I can't honestly remember which. Okie doke. Okay, we press this button, we get into here. I'm trying to remember my way around this place. It's weird exploring a new location after so long of just being in places I've been to before. We go down here. Then, okay, but there we go. Well done. I did stare straight at it. Airport security keycard. Thank you very much, Kenny. I appreciate that. But I really like Vault 108. Which one's Vault 108? As I say, I cannot remember which vault is which. Like, the numbers I am terrible on. Okay, let's scan through this. Beep boop. That opens up. We head inside, and we've got a legendary. Okay, this looks a bit more like how it used to look. Oh, come on, what's my legendary? What? Oh, have you just returned to being a normal Scorched? I really hope it was showing me, like, a different one, but I think they just returned to being a normal Scorched, which sucks. That's something I'd like to see improved in the game. Oh no, it was this one. Cool. Mutant Slayer's Sickle as well, but I'm not going to use that. It's going to be like level 5. I was going to say that's something I could use. I'm not going to use it. It's Vault 11 in New Vegas. There we go. Yeah, this area is what it was like before. Albeit, it's still gone under some changes. But yeah, this was what the area used to look more like. It used to be much more drab and grey. This before was like a little... Oh man, yeah, get the call button to go back down. Oh man, this area has got a lot better looking. Jordan says, well, I'm a watch Fear the Walking Dead might pop in a little bit later. The stream is ending fairly soon, I'm afraid. Like, probably in about 5 minutes or so, so I appreciate you for sticking around for this long. Burrito Boat says, I literally had a dream last night about someone taking my pearly peepers. Okay. And he says, welcome. Wasn't sure if I should say or not. Definitely say. Like, stuff on that I'm perfectly fine with. I know there's a bit of drama occasionally with backseat gaming on streams, but as long as it's not people going like, oh, here's every single thing that you need to do right now, I'm all good for being like given tips and bits of advice and stuff. Tiny says, Vault 108 is the vault where a guy called, oh, Gary cloned himself and made an army of Garys. Yep. John says, I'll still pop in later, don't make me alter the fabric of time. Okay, you can pop in later, that's fine. Just a slight bit of time altering, that's all okay. Man, the maps in this game are actually quite cool. Because, okay, you're not going to be able to see it all too well on the stream, unfortunately. But yeah, it's like Brotherhood, ? Free States. Why still closed? Can we open for Vault 76? And yeah, There's cool stuff. There is just... Oh, can I? Okay. Oh, yeah, that is a note. It says... Oh, it just concerns... I'm not fussed about it. I'm not fussed about the note. There's like some really cool background lore in this place. Oh, and that's the storage room you'd normally go into, which was on the other side previously. I like the rework they've done of this. Oh, and a little explosive barrel in there. That's fun. I highly, highly, highly approve of a rework, and stuff's gonna blow up. I was waiting for something like that to happen. I was waiting for it. Okie dokie. Ooh, my weapon's about to break again. Right, let's learn these plans and these recipes. Let's run through here quick. Just checking to see if I've missed anything. Oh, a lot of smoke here. Okay, let's just ready for another explosion. Alright, yeah, we've explored everything besides this door. Okay, we'll see what's through this door. And then I'll just head back to, like, the workshop I'd taken for a little bit of XP there. I'll take that, then we'll call it a stream. It will have been... Oh, poor little dev responder. Will have been a good few hours at that point. So that is plenty. And responder's last words. If Jeff or Melody or anyone else finds this, I'm happy to know that someone else made it out. But I think it's the end of the line for us. Tanner and Jason aren't doing so great, and I'm not far behind them. It's still hard for me to come to grips that those things used to be our friends, our family. I can't take the thought of us changing and hurting other people too, so I won't let it happen. If the last thing I can do is make sure that we stay ourselves, then I'm okay with that. Serving with you all has been the highest honour. Caleb Widmer, paramedic, Morgantown EMS. Yeah, it's basically just a zombie plague in Fallout. Poor little scorched creatures. Okay, let's do that. Let's cool, that is all good. Definitely nowhere else we need to go. Nowhere else at all. Perfect. In which case, let's not do Feed the People. Let's head back to Billings Homestead and do... Oh god, oh, it's a terrible photo. Let's just do the event there and then wrap up the stream. At this point, I should probably remember to do the YouTube stuff, like ask you to leave a like on the video, and all of that. Because analytics and stuff, but it doesn't matter too much now. Savage Dragon, welcome to the stream. I am playing on PC. This is Fallout 76 on the computer at the moment. That is the platform I've been on. What are you doing here, Mr. Mole Rat? Okay, well, you're dead. Oh yeah, we're not too far off of the next level. That's not bad. And apparently these mole rats aren't even mole rats to do with the actual defend event, it seems. So let's just slaughter a whole bunch of mole rats. I kind of hope someone's taken that copper ore, because I didn't want it, I just wanted to leave it open for people. I suppose it will stay there. I hope it stays there when I log out. I'm not sure if resource gatherers do. But, oh, wow, that's so many of them. But if it stays there, then that's all good. Okay, let's just try and... We're playing post-apocalyptic whack-a-mole right now. Just so many mole rats popping out of the ground and charging around and just being everywhere. Seriously, so many mole rats. There we go. Down to the last couple. One more. Well, there you are. You were perfect. Retake Billings Homestead, all done. Excellent. Anyway, that is now going to be it for the stream. Managed to make it the same length as the whatchamacallit one as well, which is pretty good. Oh, let's take that bath. Oh yeah, level 29. Let's check. Yep. Well rested. It's about to run off as well. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'd say that's a relatively successful stream. It means next time I do a video, I can just be like, ah, blah, 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 blah. As I do, and we'll all be good. Be able to get to level 30. Yep, all is excellent. Thank you all very much for watching. If you did enjoy, leave a like. If you happen to have stumbled across the channel through the live stream, subscribe. I do a whole bunch of Fallout 76 videos, from challenge runs with characters such as this, to guides for how to get the weekly survival weapons, and the occasional build, and just updates. And tonight I will be covering the E3 conference and making a video, rounding up the most important parts from it all. So, thanks to everyone who has tuned in, And goodbye. And now I just stare at it. Stare at the screen. Because what I've got to do is I've got to load up the menu, and I've got to load up YouTube, and then I've got to hit stop streaming. Bye.